Hey guys, welcome back to EUR Qualifier 2. We're here for the second night. We had a good qualifier last weekend, but it's a more open one this evening. We got German teams and English teams, which we didn't have last week, and then there's a final qualifier 3 next weekend. I'm joined today by not Thupreme, he's left me, and I'm joined by Psycho. How are you doing, Psycho?
Hi, I'm doing good.
Yeah, we've got this first game. It's an interesting matchup between UEA. I believe it's their B team. But we've heard mixed rumours of them switching players and all sorts, so it could even be their C team, I'm not sure, against a Leeds Griffins, which I believe is their B team, and I'm not sure, but I think these teams are quite evenly matched. I don't know if you would know any more about them.
Yeah, these teams seem to be very evenly matched on paper. I think it's the 16th seed going against the 17th seed. So as you mentioned, this is UEA's probably a combination of their B team and their C team players against what seems to be a fuller strength Leeds roster. So it should be a close matchup, but it's all to play for. It's a best of 3 in this first round, so it should be a tight matchup.
Yeah, we got 2 rounds of best of 3 and then best of 5s. 4 more spots available, like same as last week, but we've got a lot more teams tonight because we only had 6 teams last week and we've got a whole bracket full of teams, so plenty of matchups to go on. But I'm excited for this one. I think that UEA probably have one really strong player we've heard of, but I don't know if we know who that is. But I think Leeds have got a more well-rounded roster. So, predictions, I'm going to go with Leeds. Psycho, I don't know about you.
I think I'd have to side with Leeds as well, but we'll have to wait and see.
All right, I think we should get into this one if you're ready.
Yeah.
Let's get going if the players are ready. It looks like UEA are getting into this one. Leeds are joining as well. Just waiting on a couple of players from Leeds to start this one off. Jesus Kun and DX, they are all in. Getting to the first game and best of 3, like we said, so they've got to close this one out in just a couple of wins. See the first kickoff between Hock and Jesus Kun. Queen Scott's trying to play it upfield for UWE, but some quick pressure and 50s coming out in the middle of the field. Managed to get it away there, Leeds Griffins, before any shot was put away, and a touch comes straight back. It was pretty simple for Johnny Greenby. Might have been a double commit there, actually, though. And UWE are coming out... EA, sorry, are coming out pretty quickly early on in this one with under a lot of pressure, Leeds Griffins. Despite my prediction, I'm starting to feel a bit worried now. What do you think, Psycho?
Yeah, the blue team immediately applying some pressure into the orange half. They're showing us lots of dominance over the orange side at the moment, but at the moment it's quite a back and forth affair. No real shots being put on target. Just both teams testing each other out, ping-ponging the ball about, trying to gain a foothold in the possession game, but so far, not too much action to come as a shot is put on net by Queen Scots, only narrowly went wide.
Yeah, Muffin gets that shot away from Johnny Greenbean as well. It's pretty simple. Muffin trying to play it forward, but he's got no teammates up in support, but both defenders have missed that for Leeds, and there's going to be a free shot coming in for Queen Scots to put UEA in the lead.
Yeah, UEA off to a fantastic start with the first goal, the most important goal, arguably, of a best of 3 series. Is that first goal, and it's very well set up off the wall, and Queen Scots tucks it home to make it 1-0.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with DX and Johnny Greenbean there on the front post. I think maybe they thought each other was going for it, but nobody went in the end. They got caught on the post, and well capitalised by UEA to get themselves in the lead early on, but they have most of the pressure. See if they can get forward here again. DX plays it on to Johnny Greenbean, and they're still struggling at the back. Queen Scots with another shot just onto the backboard. Jesus couldn't get it wide this time, but the pressure's not done yet. Hock trying to find it into the middle again. Away by DX this time, and looking for a follow-up here, but not going to happen straight away. But the block does come out from Muffin, and Leeds Griffins cannot get the ball out of their half at the minute.
They really can't, and Hock slotted another one home. So far, just UEA having all the pressure, and the defence is being compromised by some small clearances. Fantastic finish there by Hock, beating out the 2 defenders who went out for that ball. But so far, this orange side is just being completely unable to make any solid clearances, and UEA are pouncing on them.
Yeah, I don't know if they're maybe not warmed up, or they've just been overcommitting and not practicing together enough, but they seem to be double committing constantly, and it's costing them. Muffin in with another shot here, and a third in for UEA really quickly off the kickoff, pretty much. One quick ball upfield. Jesus Kun had no chance on that front post, and 3-0 up now.
Yep, both DX and another one of the defenders caught in exactly the same spot. Pass comes across off the backboard, and the last man back isn't positioned correctly to deal with that ball bouncing off. And it's looking like a shutout in this first game.
Yeah, Leeds have got to get going quickly. They do get some pressure upfield. That's off the roof. It's dropping in. A good save from Queen Scots to get it off the line. DX trying to find some more pressure into the box, but doesn't get past Muffin this time. Gets it away as well. Johnny Green being a little bit forward there, but he is going to be able to blow that one off. He doesn't get the backboard read on the post, and DX has to make a last-minute save to keep that one out. And a chance maybe for Griffins, but UEA came straight back and they've got all the pressure again.
Yep, once again we see the Leeds side just fighting to get the ball out of defence. But it's just not working for them. Hop coming for the quick attack, followed up by Muffin, and the pressure just keeps coming.
Yeah, another attack maybe for Leeds this time. A chance to get one back. A lovely flick over the top. The Hawk makes the save. Is there a follow-up? Johnny Green being a bit late in, but he is going to put it wide thanks to Queen Scott's little touch that gets a save for DX trying to put it into the middle again, which Jesus couldn't cut pretty aggressively to try and get some pressure, but they are in need of 3 goals, so you can see why he's done so. Struggling to get the ball under control here. Hawk will have that. Thank you very much, and get it clear for UEA. DX fails a touch again. It's an open net, and Queen Scott slams it in. 4-0 in the lead.
Yeah, it's a convincing lead for UEA at the moment. They must be feeling comfortable after this game 1. And also, the struggles don't just end with trying to relieve the pressure downfield, but also upfield, just maintaining possession. Leeds are seriously struggling to get a foothold in this game. The boost control simply isn't there. One of the players was diving down the side of the field back then with no boost, and immediately the pressure was converted to UEA's favour.
Yeah, it could have been a 5th there as well. Leeds trying to get one back, but easily saved by Queen Scots again. Jesus couldn't trying to find it into the middle. Hock will get an easy backboard clear as well. See if Johnny Greenbean can get it back upfield. He is, and Leeds are getting a little bit more pressure, but I'm trying to see if there's a follow-up here. Jesus cutting the rotation a bit to stop DX pushing in, and Leeds just seem like they're not working as a team. They're double committing at the back. They're not passing properly. Their rotating's a bit off, and I'm just not sure what they're doing, Psycho, at this point.
Yeah, at the moment their positioning is entirely cluttered. All 3 members of the team at times seem to be in a similar place, taking on the same roles. I think all that's left in this 1:21 remaining is for this Leeds side just to tidy their defence up a bit. They're stringing together some nice plays now, but still not going to be enough with only 1 minute remaining.
Yeah, they're going to have to put something more difficult on than that to beat this UEA side at the minute. Another chance maybe for them. Muffin's pushing forward. Johnny Greenbean does get it away just about. Hawks there for the follow-up though, and they're keeping the pressure on despite being 4 goals up. A minute left. We're not seeing any urgency from Leeds just yet. DX is pushing up to try and get it into the corner. He's got Hawks in the centre though. He should get it away. He does get a follow-up touch. That's a lovely flick off of the pre-flip, and it's gone in from a brilliant pass. What a goal back for Leeds.
Yeah, it's a fantastic pass from DX here. Cheeky little pre-flip to fly it above the defending Hawk at the near post. Jesus can just about slaps it home from a tight angle. And that would be a good confidence boost for this Orange team.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I think they've not created much this game, but that was a really good goal to give them a boost and hopefully give them more chances in game 2, because it looks like they're not going to get back into this one, especially with the performance of Queen Scots as he goes forward again looking for a 3rd goal to finish his hat-trick, but Muffin not going to get it mid, and they might get a chance for a counter here. Leeds coming forward. Johnny Greenbean, can he flick over Hawk? It does fall maybe to Jesus Come, but Muffin just about gets it away, and I think UEA are going to play this one out and finish the job. It looks like we're not going to see any more goals, I don't think.
Yeah, and it's all about how Leeds are going to have to transform their play style in the next match to try and win this series, because this next game will be their last hope in the series before they drop to that formidable losers bracket. Of course, they do have a second chance after losing, should they lose the next match, but that is not a position they want to find themselves in, and it's going to be a comfortable victory for UEA in this first game.
Yeah, definitely. I think sometimes best of 5s can be easier to recover from. You get more time, but you've got to be on it from the get-go in a best of 3, and Leeds haven't done that in this game 1. They've got to be at it next game, and they've got to find a way to shut out Queen Scots as well. He had a really brilliant game, dominating for UEA, and I mean the others, credit to them, they had 7 saves between them. Leeds did get shots off, but they weren't really of any quality, were they? They weren't really threatening apart from that 1 goal from Jesus Con.
Yeah, certainly. In the stats, it looks a bit more well-rounded of a game than I thought it initially was going to be, just from watching that. The shots were relatively even. Leeds seemed to apply some sort of pressure in terms of the shots they were putting on target, but again, there's just no real threats being put on UEA at the moment. They're definitely the more comfortable looking side. Their positioning has been a lot more solid. They've been positioned in relation to one another in the sense that a team would and should, but at the moment it's just looking like this Leeds team is playing as if anybody struck together in ranked would.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see though if they can carry on the momentum from that late consolation goal they scored then, if Johnny Greenbean can get it forward, but UEA snap it up pretty quickly, finding a pass as well to Hock. He's got a bit of a chance here. Queen Scots was looking for the bump too, but Johnny Greenbean helps out his teammates to get it upfield. Muffin there to clear it away, but only as far as DX, but Jesus Kun played it up for him as well. They're still creating a chance here. DX going all the way, a lovely little pinch into the floor, but didn't finish it off, and they're getting a bit more pressure, but they've missed a touch there, and they're just looking a little bit sloppy at times, Leeds, but they are creating chances finally.
Yep, DX with the counter-attack here, strings it together with Jesus Kun. Johnny Greenbean pushing forward. They're looking to mount some pressure here, possibly an infield pass. Hock's position well to deal with it though, and once again all these touches, they're all well and good, but so far not creating any shooting opportunities.
Yeah, that's a big demo, came out as well, killed quite a bit of pressure. Greenbean couldn't really get anything on it. A big shot from DX though, looking for the back post, and the Queen Scots save isn't the best, but Hawks does get it away straight towards Greenbean. He's looking for a pass back to Jesus Kun, who's now got control on the wall. He's trying to see if he can get a tornado flip. He's carrying it all the way here. There's nobody up. It's gone all the way through. Muffin's got a block. It's not enough, and Leeds find themselves, for the first time in this series, in the lead of this game.
Yeah, that is a fantastic shot from Jesus Kun. Muffin was relatively well positioned in net there. The challenge was good, but Jesus Kun had all of the options covered with that air dribble. Was able to get the dunk on the defender, and it put Leeds 1-0 up.
Yeah, it's a good start, much better from Leeds. Jesus Kun looking for another chance again. Queen Scott saves it this time. Muffin as well under pressure from Jesus Kun, and the pressure coming out from Leeds now is much better than the previous game. Greenbean's trying to get it middle as well. Hock does get it away in the end. See if they can counter now with UEA, but a first missed touch move. Muffin trying to get it middle. Nobody there. DX does get a touch, and that's just nicked away from Queen Scott's. Popped up to Johnny Greenbean as well for a chance, but it doesn't look like he's got a lot of power on it. And Leeds are looking like a much better side in this game, it has to be said.
Yeah, I think the warm-up is complete for this Leeds team at the moment. They seem to be connecting with each other incredibly well compared to last game. I'm sure they've strung together more successful passes than they did in the whole of that previous game. Johnny Greenbean almost getting a second goal, but DX beats the last man and they're 2-0 up.
Yeah, I love the patience from DX there. Just took his time a little bit, flicked it up right round Queen Scots and then over Muffin as well. Beat two defenders. And Muffin's not happy about that one. I think Hawk might be struggling with a bit of packet loss as well. I don't know how much that's affecting him. But yeah, Leeds are back in control of this game then as they continue their stride on for a third. As Johnny Greenbean putting it onto the backboard. Is there a follow-up just in time? It gets the save to stop Jesus Kun converting. DX with a shot to the back corner as well. Just about saved by Muffin, and see if they can get a counter now. UEA, they're desperate need of a goal at this point. They've not looked the best like they did in the last game, but goes to nothing again, and Leeds once again on the attack, Psycho.
Yep, Leeds are just beating UEA every single time in the pace battles. These one-on-one situations after reading touches off the backboards and throughout the play. Leeds just looking to be the more tenacious side, the faster side. They're stringing together a lot more plays, and hopefully they can maintain this pressure if they're looking to get into the final game in the best of three.
Yeah, DX has shown his quality for Leeds as well, which we didn't really see in the previous game. Starting to come alive now. They're creating more chances though. Jesus Kun puts it mid, but DX is not in a position to go up for that one. Queen of Scots looking for a shot away, but it's not near going in. It was a pretty comfortable save. They've got two guys back now. Leeds going to take their time a little bit. Under pressure from Hock, and Jesus Kun's actually missed it. And UEA creating some chances here if they can get it into the middle. Johnny Greenbean with a block, and Muffin's coming forward as well, trying to get all three players forward on this attack, but two up for Leeds gets it away. But they're under pressure now, Leeds, and UEA have got chance. They've got time to get back into this one.
Definitely. Muffin with the clearance, just trying to open up some space here. And I think the important thing to do with this 1 minute 30 left is just to try and hold some possession. But it looks like they're scrambling in defence. Every man chipping in, doing their part to keep the ball out of their net. A 3-0 deficit is just a lead you cannot recover from, but 2 goals is definitely possible in the time they have remaining.
Yeah, I thought Muffin had put it in his own net as well for UEA, but he just dropped it over the bar. A chance here though for Muffin, gets denied by Jesus Kun, and Johnny Greenbean and Hock, neither one getting contact on that one. Queen Scott's trying to keep the pressure on. Another shot and another save from Jesus Kun. Muffin with a third chance, but straight to the path of DX as he tries to kick a counter going. There's only one man back at the minute for UEA. Gets a pass across, but Muffin gets a demo to deny that attack, and the teams are kind of even themselves out now. They seem pretty level. Leeds have had the more of the ball and more chances, but they seem to, yeah, feeling each other out. Pretty even game now for the last minute or so.
Yeah, certainly. The 2-0 deficit is looking like something that is not going to be recovered in this match alone, but a lot more promising from UEA in the latter half of this game. They're still struggling to take the ball out of their own defense, but once they do get the ball upfield, there does seem to be a few chances, but the difficulty is in maintaining possession. DX for the Leeds roster has done a fantastic job of making use of his space with his dribble plays, and it's just not something we've seen from UEA this game. It's just all about booming the ball out and just hoping that the plays will come.
Yeah, they tried to get a last-minute bump there on the keeper. They might have one more chance, but it does get away. And yeah, it was a complete switch of momentum. Only 5 shots for UEA this time. A last chance as well for Jesus Kun, but not going to convert. And I think Leeds had well over 10 shots there compared to a pretty poor, I think 5 for UEA. Yeah, 5 compared to 11. So Leeds really came out and carried that momentum from that one goal they got in the first game. And we're going to a game 3, which I think will definitely be an interesting one. I'm eager to see whether Leeds can continue this form or whether UEA will come back into it, because they looked out of shape and we've seen they've got quality as they showed in the first game.
Yeah, I think it goes to show just how far a bit of confidence can push your team. In that first game, Leeds definitely looked to struggle far more than they have in that game 2. But this game 3 will all be about consistency, who can maintain the pressure, who can eliminate their mistakes as a team. And it looks to be a close game 3.
Yeah, we'll see if UEA will stop those booming upfield or Leeds will continue to make the team plays happen. DX finding it mid, but there's nobody there. Queen of Scots trying to carry it for UEA, and it's cut out by Jesus Kun, but Leeds have got a bit of an awkward ball to deal with. It's gone across the midfield straight towards Queen of Scots, but no player getting in contact on that one. Muffin's there to pounce, which is going back to Queen of Scots again, but can he get a touch? Beats Green Bean just about, and Jesus Kun taking his time now at the back for Leeds, not rushing anything. And they've got 2 players back for UEA, and they're not really doing much with it at the minute, not pushing the balls early as they like, just sitting off of Leeds more than I expect, to be honest, in the first 30 seconds.
Yeah, I think Leeds so far are doing a fantastic job of just controlling the defence, spreading themselves apart in support of one another to follow up on any potential clearances, and often they're beating the first and sometimes even the second man as an individual player in defence. Jesus Kun was displaying that earlier, and he might again do it now. Ball comes across to Muffin. Not quite going to be a play they can make of. This Leeds defence does seem to be holding up well.
Oh, I thought you jinxed it there. I thought Queen of Scots was going to go through and score. But yeah, compared to the first game, it's been much, much sharper. They've got pressure on from the backboard, though, again. Green Bean gets it out into the corner. Hock trying to find it mid. Queen of Scots is up. That's a brilliant shot. Jesus Kun had to come across the net, but he just didn't have time to save that. So much power on that hit. And UEA quickly back in the lead, it seems, in this game, and looking more like they did in the first one.
Yeah, as much as that shot was fantastic at 124 kilometers per hour, I think all credit goes to that vision from Hock, that infield pass. Very difficult to weight that perfectly, especially to a man you can't actually see, but he could hear him, and that was enough for him to play the ball central and for Queen Scots to smack a ball home.
Yeah, it was a really good pass. A good team play as well as they continue to work the pressure on. They've got back into the orange half again. Muffin putting it back to middle. Hock is there. Can he beat Green Bean? Not quite, but Queen Scots should have this one uncontested, possibly for a double into the corner. DX is there trying to shadow him off, but he's going to get a shot away, and there's a big save from Johnny Greenbean to keep them from going 2-0 down. DX, the only one really creating anything up front for Leeds at the minute, and he doesn't get past Hock. And yeah, we nearly saw UEA take a 2-goal lead there, but they're just hanging on at the minute.
Yep, Leeds, yet again, struggling to get a foothold. UEA with the 1-goal leader, certainly boosted in the confidence match. Hock just about beating his man in the midfield, and UEA will continue their pressure going forwards.
Yeah, one thing I will say, the teams were very unbalanced in the first 2 games, very one-sided. This one seems a lot more even as we reach the halfway mark. See if Leeds can get something going. They couldn't get it clear. It's a big block from Hock. Muffin misses contact. That could have been a free shot. DX gets it upfield, but Queen of Scots quickly there to cut it out again. And Orange Leeds Griffins cannot get it out of their half. It's dropping off the roof again. Hock free jump that one, dunked down, but he can't get it past the defence. And Queen of Scots back into the middle. Muffin is there, but not quicker than Jesus Kun. And again, the pressure's coming onto Leeds, but they do get upfield. A chance maybe for Jesus Kun, but not quite going to convert this time. DX missing the ball as well, but quite a few wasted chances. A big save comes in. Johnny Greenbean, last chance. Not going to happen. What do you think about this one, Psycho? Who's going to continue on from this game?
Well, we've just seen the result of that question. Leeds striker ball home. It was a good piece of defence from, I think it was Queen Scots, to make the original save, but the last two at the back were just slightly mispositioned. They couldn't follow up upon that initial touch. Nobody able to shadow up the backboard, and that overwhelming pressure from Leeds makes it a 1-1 game.
Yeah, I thought UEA might deal with that one. Hawk didn't do the best job, and Muffin was nowhere to be found either, so they got quickly back into this one now from that pressure they had. But where would we go from here? The teams have been really even. 3 shots to 2. A lot of bumps coming out now. Johnny Green being in a 1v1. Muffin takes it round him, trying to go all the way solo. Jesus cuts it off, but Muffin's still got the ball straight to DX in the corner. See if he can create something going forward. We know he likes to control it in the air. Not quite this time. A 50 in middle. Only one up is Green Bean. Can he get a shot? It goes right into the corner. I don't know if he's going to get another one on this. Muffin gets it away. A chance for DX. A big block coming out from UEA to keep this one level. And UEA having more pressure again, but not managing to find a final chance. Might have jinxed that one, maybe. The demo comes out. DX gets it away.
That was the chance just there. Last man back got demoed by the UEA side, and there was an open shot to be taken, but the vision just wasn't there. The tenacity just wasn't there, and UEA wasn't able to convert after that chance. But at the moment, UEA still looking to take control of this game. They seem to be quite comfortable in defense at the moment. Hope I'm not going to jinx that statement as they try and apply pressure to the lead side.
Yeah, DX trying to get a shot away, though, just puts it off target. Muffin gets it away, but it's straight down the middle to Johnny Greenbean. Not the best shot, unfortunately, because that was a great chance for them to take the lead. Jesus couldn't trying to play it up. He's got control in the air. He beats Queen Scots. Can he get the double touchdown? He just puts it wide, unfortunately. But pressure's not done yet. DX back into the middle. Tries to get a block. Muffin coming for the counter now with Hawk. Jesus Kun is back in time, but it's a poor clearance. Does get a second follow-up. Gets it over Muffin nearly as DX gets it back into the corner. And where do we go from here? This game is so close. We're surely going to overtime. I don't know who's going to win this one.
I wouldn't count out just yet. 5 seconds left on the clock. It does seem to be going to overtime now, but that was, as much as Jesus Kun's name is breaking hearts, he's going to be heartbroken after that double touch miss. He was beating the first defender fantastically, but he just couldn't follow up on that backboard touch. Slightly whiffed it to the right, and we're going into overtime.
Yeah, the lead-up play was so good, wasn't it? But it wasn't clinical enough. Jesus come with a chance this time, low on the backboard for Muffin, but it only drops as far as DX, and there's more pressure coming for Leeds if he can get it in the middle. He struggled on the roof. He does get a touch, though, drops it mid, but the teammates didn't believe from Leeds. They both backed off in the end, managed to get a save, but they're under pressure now. A demo comes out as well onto DX to try and stop the defenders, but Queen Scott's keeping the pressure up. DX, will he get beat out by Muffin? He does, but the third player's not there to follow up in time to capitalise on it, and the pressure keeps coming here for UEA as they continue to pepper it into mid, but Queen Scott's missed it. Muffin's there to cover, and Leeds need to get this one away and try and deal with the pressure better.
Certainly. UEA, from their point of view, it looks to be like their rotations are properly sharpening now. As the last man gets demoed by Johnny Greenbean, then rotations aren't necessarily going to be held if one of the men doesn't exist. And UEA just trying to save their own lives in this upper bracket run, but DX slots it home near post. Fantastic piece of play from Leeds. Jesus Kun just whacking it above the last man, and DX slotting it by that near post.
Yeah, Jesus Kun was trying to drop it down, wasn't he, as well, to put it in himself, but DX was there to clean up the spoils. It was pretty much an open net to aim at, although a tough angle. You'd expect a player like him to finish it away, and Leeds got the win as we expected, but in a much more difficult fashion than what I thought. I really thought they'd get the sweep, but it didn't happen. UEA came out really powerful, and at times I thought they were the better team, and they'll be disappointed not to win this one, especially Queen Scots. He was really, really dominant for his team, but they couldn't get it across the line. They're not out of it yet. They've got a chance in the losers bracket, but Leeds will continue on with a vital Game 3 performance in that overtime.
Yeah, it was certainly a close matchup, and one that I'm sure both teams would have been wishing they could have done a best of 5 for, because each team was showing their individual strengths after their first losses. Game 1 and Game 2 were both shocking for both teams that lost, but that final game really showed both teams' capabilities, and Leeds are going to be the team to push through.
Yeah, they ultimately get the win. Well, they will go on and play Doran's Nijmegen. I can't pronounce the name. It is a Dutch team, a very strong Dutch team. They are a first seed as well, so Leeds are going to have a really difficult game in that one. I think we might have a quick couple of minute break just while we get you into the next game, which I think will be between Dublin City and Staffordshire Stampede. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
sweet even when they hurt. You wanna feel, wanna fall in love, wanna give it all up, but you don't want to lose your control. Are we playing this game? Oh, are we playing this game? Are you too afraid, or are you giving in? Let the games begin, 'cause I play to win. I playing this game.
Welcome back, guys. We're here for the second round. We've got an interesting game for you tonight. We got Dublin City and Staff Stampede. It should be a really close one between the 2 times Irish champions and a really good Staffs team. I'm back again with Psycho, as I will be all night. I think we got 2 more games as well after this one, so plenty of EUR action coming up for you. And these two of probably not the best, but one of the better teams, and definitely got a good chance of going through to this EUR group stage. So I'm really looking forward to this one. I haven't got loads of info on the team, but I'm sure you do, Psycho. So what else do you, if anything, you want to talk about these players?
Yeah, certainly. So the Dublin side look to have extremely strong, competitively background players. Demox and Dark Arctic have both been involved with lots of competitive play in the past, beyond just the scope of university competition. So those are 2 very strong players to look out for on the Dublin side. Staff seem to be a very well-rounded affair as well. Wes Taysuna and Addy Rowe on the side of Staffordshire. This is only a best of 3, so it's really going to come down to who's more confident and practiced in this opening game, and that could tell the tale of the series.
Yeah, we'll see what happens though, because the last best of 3 was much closer perhaps than what we expected, and it didn't go definitely as I would have expected. So for this one, it could be the same again. I think Dublin are probably just the stronger team, but I mean, by all means, there's plenty of quality on the Staff's team, and they could absolutely beat this Dublin City team, no question. We do have the players in, so I think we might as well get into this one and get underway for this best of 3.
Yeah, certainly. It's going to be an interesting affair. We'll see who comes out the gates first with the most confidence and the most prowess as a team. In the last series, we saw that both the sides didn't really warm into the games until their respective wins. As we kick off, it seems to be a win for the Staffordshire boys, and they're just looking to maintain some pressure, get a foothold in this game.
Yeah, Demox was trying to find a really nice pass to Arctic there, pushing forward, didn't quite find it. Wes pushing up for Staffs though, can he get it into the middle? Blocked out, a double commit for Dublin City, might give Addy Rowe a chance, but he got no power on it in the end, and they'll try and carry it away. An interesting double touch there off of a pinch, as Staff's under a bit of pressure with the looks of it. Addy Rowe in the net, waiting for this one onto the backboard. Is there a follow-up? There is, just wide of the post. Another follow-up this time. Demox does put it in and put Dublin City 1-0 up pretty early into this game.
Yeah, and that's the advantages of having a lot of individual mechanical skill between the players. They were able just to apply pressure after pressure after pressure. Passes coming left, right and centre off the backboard there. And it's going to put Dublin City in front.
Yeah, one of the best teams in Ireland, and they're proving it with this early start. We'll see if Wes and Taysuna got caught under each other there and stopped themselves from clearing it. His Denmark's already got a goal and he's pushing forward again. Arctic with a shot away, does get a block this time, see if Taysuna can get rid of the ball. But he is under some pressure, does get it pinched towards Wes, who's in the middle, but he gets beaten out but does get a demo for his troubles. See if Addy Rowe can play it downfield. Misses the backboard in the end, but Tsuna was ready for it as he carries it downfield in that Fennec. Doesn't get a flick too far though, and Dublin City putting more pressure on. Demox is up again with a shot just over the bar. Is there a follow-up? Arctic shot gets saved by Wes just in time, and the pressure keeps coming as Staff's in trouble, I would say, but they might just about get it away here with Addy Rowe.
Yeah, they've just about found a crack in the rotations. Staff's pushing the ball through to the Dublin side, but just as I say that, an infield pass comes across from Demox to Arctic, nicely blocked by Addy Rowe. And Staffordshire are really struggling to mount some pressure here. For as much as the clearances they can make into the blue side, the counter-attacks just come flying back, and another example of that as they head down the line.
Yeah, the passing's looking really strong from Dublin at the minute. Seems like the team synergy is on point. Arctic doesn't get a touch and a bump there onto Awo as well, but he doesn't get too much caught out by it. Demox playing it upfield, but only as far as Wes. He finds Addy Rowe on that left-hand side. Can he get it middle? Addy Rowe looking for a bump as well, but it wasn't the cleanest, and it didn't cause too much trouble as Dublin City coming back the other way again, looking for goal number 2. Wes doesn't get contact, dropping towards Taysuna, who gets it away for now, but the pressure's not gone yet. It's a nice pass mid towards Arctic. Can he get the shot away? He cannot, and the pressure is getting to them, but they're hanging on well at the minute, Staffs.
Yeah, I think Dublin may be just trying a little too hard to score another goal. Not entirely necessary at this stage in the game. They're comfortably 1 goal ahead as Demox. I'm not sure quite how he managed to squeeze that one home, but a fantastic follow-up touch on his initial clearance. And he just sort of scoops himself on the floor, and there's no defender ready to clear that ball. 2-0 to Dublin.
Yeah, I thought he was going to hit the floor, but he did sort of a pirouette just above the floor in the air and ended up getting the touch to catch it as it fell down in front of him. He's looking for a third here. He's going to find it off the kickoff. A quick hat-trick before we've even just passed halfway mark actually for Demox, and Dublin City are looking really in control at the moment.
Yeah, certainly, and Taysuna just cheating far too close to that kickoff. If that ball was anywhere near lost, there was no way he was going to counter the offence coming from the Dublin side, and that's an easy kickoff goal for Dublin to mop up.
Yeah, Staff's yet to register a shot on target because they've been soaking pressure up there. There it comes, just as I jinxed it from Addy Rowe. Wes is trying to keep the pressure up as well. Drops mid again, away by Arctic towards Awo. Can he drop it over the top of Addy Rowe? He does, but pressure's coming back in. Taysuna only as far as Arctic again. Wes comes in back to Demox. Can they get a passing play that we talked about? Could drop it mid, but Addy Rowe's up quick to deny this one and keep it going forward for Staffs. And Staff's looking a little bit sharper, but that pass was poor from Wes. Jinxed him a bit there with the caster's curse. And Staff's creating some pressure, creating some chances, playing it mid, and on the attack, trying to get a goal back. And they might find one here. Taysuna to Wes, drops it in, and they are back in the game.
All credit goes to Staffordshire for that previous piece of offence. They were really working the ball around in the spaces that Dublin City couldn't reach. As the ball comes into the centre and Wes tucks it home to make it 3-1. And it's good to see that they didn't class themselves out of this game too early. There's every possibility they could have just had a quick chat and thought, right, what do we need to improve going into the next game? But they're not done with this one.
Absolutely not. The response from that kickoff goal as well was really, really sharp as Dublin get a ball across the goal line, but there's nobody there to convert. It's dropping down in front of the net this time. Taysuna should have it away. He does, only as far as Demox though, as he's trying to find it mid again. It's dropping over. Arctic is at the back post. Neither Wes or Arctic get a touch. Awo's up as well. He's going to miss it. And Wes and Addy Rowe could get a counter here, but Addy Rowe goes for the early shot and it's well wide of the target. But Staffs are running out of time, Psycho, and they've got to get the goals in pretty quickly. Yeah,
1 minute 10 on the clock now, and Staffordshire still doing a good job to keep the pressure, which is an important part of scoring goals. As I say that, Orwio smacks a ball to the backboard. Doesn't quite work out for them, and the pressure looking to keep coming from this Staffordshire field, but nothing too threatening.
Yeah, Orwio's trying to push it up as well, but Addy Rowe's going to get it away only as far as Arctic. He had an open net almost there if he could get any power on it, but not quite. Demox dropping it mid. Addy Rowe just up in time to stop it dropping in. Wes is under pressure from 2 players as well. He can't get a pass back. He does find it to Addy Rowe. Can they play it out from here? Addy Rowe again gets it mid. Where's the 3rd player? Nowhere to be found at the moment. And that's an easy clear back up for Dublin. And I just feel like they've got to connect these passes. Someone's got to be a bit higher up the pitch because they're in desperate need of goals. They can't afford to sit back.
Yeah, I feel like Staffordshire have learnt from their previous mistakes, learnt from the previous goals that have gone on by. as I say that, the defence slightly overextending there, but that's not a common trait from Staffordshire in the last 2 minutes. They've really kept this defence nice and tidy, but I just think maybe they're trying that at the wrong time. They had every time left to try and come back from this first game, but ultimately Dublin City is going to come out on top and take this game 3-1.
Yeah, Dublin were the better team, weren't they, for the most part? I think Staff's had a good last couple of minutes, but the start, I mean, Demox was on fire, wasn't he? 3 goals with 5 shots and 3 saves for his team as well. He's got triple Arctic's points, who's second on the scoreboard for his team. But it was a team effort all round. The points don't obviously lead to just meaning a pure carry. They were working well, passing together, and they played phenomenally as a team. He just happened to be there to finish off the shots from the chances they created. But they played really well, and if they can continue to start how they did in the first game, they're going to be solid. But obviously, Staff's had some good momentum in the second half of that game, and hopefully they can continue for that and give us a real good series.
Certainly. I think Staffordshire were really matching the pace of Ireland, or nearly matching the pace of Ireland, the Ireland squad rather, in the latter stage of that last game, which is promising to know that they can do that, because the worry was always going to be at the start of last game that it'd just be a complete shutout for Dublin City, their pace unmatched, but Staffordshire are going to look to change things.
Yeah, Demox pushing up early there with pressure from Dublin coming out again. Arctic is in the box as well. 2 players to get it away from Staffs, but they're not done just yet. Wes with a clear this time, but there's nobody upfield. It's going to go straight back to DCU. Demox is up for that pass from Arctic. Can he slam it down just onto the backboard? Not quite dropping low enough, and Wes is going to try and get it away. It's a poor clearance over the top of Taysoon. It's an open net, and a bit of a mistake there at the back from Staffs, and that's not how they wanted to start this game 3.
Yeah.
Game 2, sorry.
Wes just smacking it off his own backboard, a little too high, a little too fast. He was trying to play out of defence there. The last man whiffing the ball entirely, and Oreo tucks a goal home to make it 1-0, and hopefully Staffordshire can bounce back from that early lead for Dublin City. Yeah,
just a bit of a mistake, but it's not always that often that we see that from them, so they could come back from this for sure. Demox missing the touch in the air as well might give them a chance. Taysuna pops it up. Addy Rowe can get there. It's not the cleanest of hits onto the backboard, and Taysuna can't get the follow-up. Wes is keeping the pressure up though. More chance into mid. 2 players on the backboard for DCU. Nobody on the goal line, but
great touch from Arctic.
Yeah, managed to get it upfield by himself, hasn't he? This is dropping down as well. Arctic's backflipped, unfortunately, but he's going to convert it anyway. Not sure if that was a tactical, because he saw nobody going up from Staffs, but all 3 Staffs players rooted on the floor in the net, and nobody went to challenge, and it's a free shot for him.
It's a difficult ball. Dublin City forcing the opportunity through the fake of the double touch. That last man on the backboard for the Staffordshire team just had no choice but to play the ball high, and the players rooted in the net had no choice but to watch. Just too difficult of a ball to reach, and Dublin City are going to extend their lead.
Yeah, I think that last goal really showed the class of Dublin City over this Staffs team at the moment as they continue in game 2 in the lead. Past to Arctic, back to mid for Aweo, but he's not going to be able to finish it off. But Demox is there, but this could be a bit of pressure maybe from Staffs, but Addy Rowe's not got the best touch onto the roof, unfortunately, which has slowed it down massively. Demox with a chance going towards the post. It's off target and again off the other post. Couldn't quite finish it off, and that probably would have put the game to bed, but Addy Rowe's clearance does get it away for now, and same with Wes to follow up, and Staffs just about hold on from conceding a third.
Lots of opportunities being granted in the way of Dublin City as they're linking together phenomenally well now. Lots of redirect opportunities, just flying wide, just flying high. Demox once again putting on his striking boots and trying to whack some balls home, but that's a difficult situation for Dublin City as the ball comes ominously above the backboard, but yet again well dealt with from the Dublin City defence.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, since I jinxed that last shot, they've only managed to get 1 more away, which Addy Rowe's just got, and it's a quick counter, and Arctic slots it in. I'm not sure where Wes rotated, but he was not back in time. I think they were going for boost in the end. Taysuna has picked up that mid boost as well, but yeah, Wes couldn't get across to the front post, and an open net for Arctic to put them 3-0 in front.
Yeah, I'm not sure entirely the thought process of all 3 of those Staffordshire players just overextending on an opportunity which didn't exist. And they're going to be punished for it. It's going to be a 3-0 game, and they've got 2 minutes 40 to try and win a game. This is the last game in the series, potentially, for Staffordshire in this upper bracket. If they do lose, they have another chance in the lowers. But this is not a position you want to be in, Addy Rowe. With a dangerous-looking touch, but it's actually worked out well for Staffordshire as they look to try and keep their defense at bay. Dublin City keeping the pressure coming.
Yeah, I thought D-Mox was going to drop in another one there and put this game to bed. But last time Staffs went down 3-0, they did get a goal back, but it's not looking like they're going to do so here. Adiro finally gets it clear. Can he find it mid? D-Mox has not given the best clearance and it gave the ball away, but Adiro didn't really do much with it. Wes is going to get beat out every time by Arctic to that ball, and Taysunas touches onto the roof and not the best either as Awo keeps the pressure up for Dublin City. Arctic in the air as well. D-Mox waiting just behind for the final touch. But it doesn't drop to him this time. Adiro just about gets it to safety, but the pressure keeps coming, and every time Dublin City go forward, they look dangerous.
They do, whereas from the Staffordshire side, it's often a piece of one-man offence, just that one man making that breakthrough, that necessary attacking play to beat the first and potentially second men, but there's just no follow-ups, and the pace and the positioning of Dublin City is enforcing their defence to make sure there's no gaps left untouched.
Yeah, they're still trying to get rid of the ball at the minute. Staffs finally synced a bit of a pass together, but Wes ended up missing the first one. Did get a touch in the end. Can they keep the pressure up though? Taysuna finding it mid. Easy clear for D-Mox, but this is where they need the follow-up to keep the pressure, and it's not there. Wes has gone back, opting to play defensive, but they've only got a minute left. Taysuna plays it into the corner. Can he get a follow-up? Arctic opts for the fake challenge and leaves it for D-Mox, but again, Addy Rowe's got to put this one away if they want to be in with this. It's off the backboard. Can he drop it down? Not quite. Wes is not going to get any power on it. And Dublin City keep their clean sheet for now.
It's a sad time for Addy Rowe. If he went out of this round, at least he could have had the joy in scoring that beautiful double touch, but just went wide. Didn't quite get the read on the ball off the backboard, and it's going to be a comfortable victory for the Dublin City team. I don't think there's any coming back from this.
No, I don't think so. They've put this one to bed seemingly, haven't they? They're just constantly on a threat, and they got 3 pretty well worked goals, and Staffs just seem to be always in their own half, trying to get it clear, just giving the ball away. They do create an odd chance, and that's an interesting pinch. Thought that might be going towards the back corner, but not quite. Taysuna not going to find it past D-Mox, and really the chances created by Staffs have not been in the best quality to beat a team like Dublin.
No, I think the individual quality of this Dublin City team is just second to none, and sadly for the Staffordshire boys, although they did put up a solid performance in the latter half of the first game and seemingly had some good sparks and opportunities in the second, they just weren't able to pull through with any plays that could unsettle the Dublin City defence. Yeah,
unfortunately they didn't have it all their way, but they Staffs will drop down to losers bracket. They're not out of it yet, and DCU Titans will DCU Titans will go on to play Bath Salts in the next round. They got a 2-0 sweep over Scouse Sports. And we got a score update as well. Durham actually took down Loughborough 2-1, which is a bit of an upset, beating them 5-0 in Game 2, which is a huge result for them because they're now into the winners' quarter-final up against Arctic Foxes. So we will have a winners' quarter-final coming up for you in the next round shortly. I believe that's the Warwick game, but then yet to decide their opposition between UEA, A-Team and UOB Just Smile. So we will have a couple of minutes break before the next game's set up as we wait for the round 2 games to finish, and should be another interesting one. But that was a great series. DCU showing that really they can be a force later on in this bracket and will be one of the contenders to go through for sure. Thank you for watching this game, guys. We'll be back in a couple of minutes, so please don't go anywhere. Welcome back, guys, to the EUR Qualifier 2. I'm back again with Psycho for another game in round 3, which I guess is now in the quarterfinals of the upper bracket. We've got now onto best of 5s. The best of 3s are done. It's down to the serious games and down to the best 8 teams, but we do have a losers bracket as well for those guys to get through. We've got UEA. We've already seen the B team play today. Now we've got the A team coming up against Warwick A team as well. Warwick are quite well known NSE team, good performances, and UEA are an upcoming team with some new players, more notably Ant-Man, who's been stepping up massively recently. So this should be a really interesting series, Psycho. What do you think?
Yeah, both of these teams very well known, at least for me. So this Warwick team has been performing well in NSE for ages and ages, and UEA is full of lots of new talents. Ant-Man, Supreme, and KJ are all very, very competitive players themselves. This is a best of 5 series, which is good, so we can see both of these teams properly warm into the games as they come, and we'll have to see who comes out on top.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see a sweep at all. I'm going to go 3-1 UEA. What do you think?
I was thinking initially a 3-0 sweep for UEA, but I feel like that's a bit harsh. So we're going to have to wait and see if I'm proven wrong with that one.
Oh, interesting. I like the optimism for UEA, but we'll see if they can get it going as we get into this game and see if they can live up to that. But I think Warwick is still a strong team as Ant-Man drops onto the wrong roster. But if they are as strong as you say, I don't think you'll want to be over on that Warwick side. Get into this one, then it's a straight kickoff. We see Supreme and Timmy going for this one. KJ quick to follow up, but gets demoed for his aggressive pushing. Walden tries to get it away over the top of Supreme. Ant-Man quick to follow in as well, but the shot's pretty comfortable for Alice, the Cat Whisperer. Timmy, oh, and he doesn't make the save. I didn't think we had any chance of that one going in, but a bit of a whiff comes out early for Warwick, and UEA already in the lead.
Yeah, UEA applying all the pressure at the start of this game, and sadly Timmy stuck on no boost at the back there. He wasn't able to climb up for it. Just a few pads would have got the job done, but it makes it 1-0 to UEA, and I think that's quite an expected start to this series, if you ask me. Warwick seems to be quite a defensively natured team. They're often quite reliant on counter-attacks, but I think it's entirely the opposite for this UEA roster. They're always going to look to pack home the aggression as KJ slots another one into the top right-hand corner.
Yeah,
And
that was a
UEA
really quick response. You have to see, though, yeah, that was a great finish from KJ. The front post keeper came flying out, but no chance of reaching it. A bit of a rushed play, but yeah, you say that Timmy, when he jumped for that first save, he looked really confident until we realised he didn't have any boost. But yeah, you said they're aggressive and started early, and they've done exactly that.
Yeah, 4 minutes 20 on the clock, so there's certainly lots of time for Warwick to make a statement in this game so far, but possibly a bit of nerves and a bit of lack of focus have caused those 2 goals to slot home. UEA, it's all about going to be maintaining the pressure, just showing these guys who's boss, and that UEA truly are a dominant force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, Ant-Man trying to take his time and carry it out. Tried to fake out Walden, but Walden did get a touch on it. Supreme then carrying it up straight into the back Batmobile's backflip of Walden. Timmy trying to put it at the backboard as well. Alice the Cat Whisperer in the middle, and nobody's managed to get a touch on that one. I think Supreme came down, thought he'd had something on it, and Ant-Man was in the net, nowhere to be found for the save, and a pretty comfortable goal in probably a soft goal, to be fair, that UEA shouldn't really have conceded.
Yeah, it may have looked to be a soft goal, but that play all stemmed from Walden's absolutely booming backflip straight into the centre of the field, followed up nicely by his 2 teammates. And Warwick have done well to get themselves on the board there, and it's certainly from a situation UEA didn't expect.
Yeah, that one looked like it was dropping in as well until Ant-Man made the save, and the pressure's not done yet for Warwick. Alice, the Cat Whisperer, hit the post.
Oh.
Walden's eventually followed it in. I thought he'd missed the first one off the bar, but he does finish it with a second touch, and just as quick as UEA got 2 goals in front, Warwick are 2 back, and to make it level, and that is quite a retaliation from Warwick, it has to be said.
Yeah, it's a fantastic response. They had 4 minutes 20 on the clock to actually make a 2-goal comeback, and they've done it in less than a minute. Fantastic stuff for Warwick fans out there. We'll have to see if they can maintain some of this pressure they've got going at the moment, as a goal almost gets put home by Walden. Looks to be a very even match so far.
Yeah, there should be plenty of fans for this Warwick team as well. They have got about 5 rosters. Alden leaving that one for Timmy to try and push upfield, but Ant-Man's quickly putting the pressure on. A double commit there for Warwick at the back, and KJ gets a shot on. Walden didn't expect that one, nearly drove out the net before he slowed down. KJ keeping the aggression on with the demo. Ant-Man finds the pressure to get the 50 through. It was nearly saved, so close, but the 50 just had the brute force to get it past Alice.
Yeah, sadly for Walden, he's on 180 ping, or at least he was back then. There was a situation where you said Walden left it for his player. Sadly, he actually read the play 3 seconds too late and started jumping into thin air. So commiserations to Walden for conceding that goal on behalf of his team. But hopefully his ping can get sorted out and we can have an even matchup.
Yeah, we worried that we might have a low-scoring game in this one. It's been quite the opposite. 5 games and we're not even halfway. 5 goals, sorry, and we're not even halfway through yet. As Ant-Man going off the roof, trying to find that pass towards KJ. He does get it off, but KJ has to run to it quick under pressure. Onto the backboard, Alice gets it away towards Timmy, who's waiting on that sidewall. Can he get any touch on it? He does not. Alice left last man, but should be a pretty simple clear, but doesn't find a teammate. Kind of given the ball away there. KJ's done the same, as we're kind of playing a bit of ping pong here. The team's pinging it between each other. Nice ball into mid. Timmy is up, shot on target. Ant-Man makes the save. A double commit actually for UEA, and can they get the save off the line? Another double commit, but they do get it out just about.
Yeah, it does seem to be very back and forth at the moment. Both teams already resorting to quite defensively natured play styles. As I say, that demo comes out, almost an opportunity for UEA to tuck one home. The counter attack flying forwards from Alice the Cat Whisperer. KJ going to clear the pressure. Yeah,
that bump coming out from Alice just saved them from conceding a third. It was a false start. It was a really important bump, but she can't save that one, unfortunately. An absolute clanger from through Preem straight into the top of the net, going in off the bar, and it's a pretty difficult to get anything on that with the pace it had on it.
Oh, so close from Alice there, and Timmy just stuck on the top right-hand corner of the goal. Sadly, these boys are going to have to finish playing out this game, as the internet issues seem to be arising late into the series, but I think everything's sorted out so far. Maybe we can have a server restart just to make sure everything's cleaned up after this first game.
Yeah, trying to find it back mid, wasn't he? But Ant-Man will get it away pretty comfortably. Wins the 50 out as well, as he did earlier. But no response quick enough from his teammates. And Timmy's going to get it over 2 into the middle, but the follow-up from Alice is a bit late, unfortunately, and UEA will play it back downfield. A miss as well from Walden, but Timmy is there to sweep up what's left. Can Ant-Man beat out Timmy? He does pretty comfortably, and the ball keeps us pinging either end. The clearances are big and not really finding passes. As I say that, it was a double commit as KJ jumped up for the pass that didn't come off, and a counter maybe flicked up onto the backboard. Is there a finish? KJ gets it away.
Only very strong competitive teams are capable of this back and forth type gameplay. It's just no mistakes being made from both sides, really. Both teams just trying to make sure they don't concede rather than make any sort of goal scoring opportunities. As I say that, a pass comes forward to Timmy in the midfield, wasn't able to capitalise on the shooting opportunity, but UEA just going to latch on to the pressure they've now got and try and squeeze home a 5th.
Yeah, KJ nearly didn't need any teammates there, did he? He was trying to do it all by himself, and he wasn't too far away. Dupreem's trying to find it mid. Alice is there straight into the path of KJ, but he's going to put that one on target, looking for the double. He does find it. Ant-Man's in the middle, can't finish it off. A good block from Alice, but Warwick, soaking up this pressure, getting Warwick and Walden mixed up. The name's both similar. Ant-Man plays it upfield. Alice on the backboard. Dupreem's going to get beaten out, and they finally get the ball clear, but the pressure from UEA is just so strong.
Yeah, this game's just about finished now. Pretty comfortable game for UEA, although Warwick showed that they're perfectly capable of matching the competitive prowess of this UEA side with those 2 promising early goals before the halfway point in this match. But ultimately, UEA are going to be the guys to take this game. I think it's best just asking if these guys want a server restart, just in case they're feeling any problems, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, to be honest, but I don't know if they'll necessarily need one. It looked like Walden was just having troubles with his own internet, so we'll see what they say. But Walden says it's fine, so they're going to carry on, yeah, just his internet. So they've got some work to do, as UEA seem to be in control in that series for the most part. Warwick had chances and they converted some, but yeah, ultimately UEA were much the better team.
Yep, still plenty of time left in this series as we get into our second game now. It is a best of 5, so there's at least 2 more games to be played out. Hopefully we have more than that. Warwick just need to find a foothold in this game so far. They need to start stringing together some plays. We saw that at the end of last game as well, towards the last minute or so, after Walden's notorious internet problems. But Warwick should be in full force now in this second game.
Yeah, Alice followed really close off that kickoff and actually pushed through for a demo to make an aggressive play. It didn't find a goal in the end. There's actually an open net at the back for UEA, but can Timmy finish it off? The last player's done a brilliant job to get across. Alice can't finish it either. It's going to go wide of the post, and Timmy can't get a touch either as Ant-Man gets it clear, and that's such a wasted opportunity for Warwick, as they had an open net for so long, but the ball was difficult to deal with, and UEA got away with it this time.
Yeah, you have to wonder if there was maybe some boost issues there on that counter-attack. None of the Warwick players able to capitalise on the open space. UEA gifted them an unnecessary overcommit from the UEA side, but no punishment to go with it from the Warwick side.
Yeah, with the aggression of this team, that's where we're going to see the goals coming for Warwick on the counter. And KJ slapping one, a huge save from Walden, and another one from Timmy to keep this game level. And Warwick's defence is stepping up now with the counter. Timmy getting a shot on. Ant-Man doesn't get up quick enough, and Timmy slams it in. And just like that, a brilliant save at one end from two of the Warwick players, and a quick counter and in the back of the net, just as we talked about with those counter goals for Warwick.
Yeah, exactly. This is typical Warwick play if you've ever seen it. Walden with that clutch save, stopping the ball from entering his top corner. Lots of rotations coming in to try and follow that original save, and they're able to make the unexpected counter-attack.
Yeah, Alice Cat Whisper under a bit of pressure here from two UEA players, but does get it away. Walden taking his time on the wall, but gives it away to Thupreme, who's going to push up now with KJ in support. Misses contact, unfortunately, but KJ's still going to get a chance in the middle. The double commit makes the save for Warwick just about. Thupreme's not done yet, though, finding into the middle again. Is there a follow-up? Ant-Man this time is there as it pops up into middle. Alice, the only one up uncontested, and doesn't get the best touch as Thupreme's going in again to find a 50. And the ball can't get off this middle line at the minute. It's block after block from either side. Thupreme trying to find it forward. KJ's gone to follow, and UEA looking to create another. Ant-Man's in the middle, hits the post, can't finish it off.
Yeah, these rotations are extremely sharp from Warwick at the moment. Everyone is right where they need to be, and the majority of the plays coming forward from UEA are just individual pieces of goodness. Walden stuck in a difficult position, mopped up by Alice the Cat Whisperer again. This Warwick defense is incredible.
Yeah, that save from Alice the Cat Whisperer dropping down off the post was brilliant. I thought it was in. Timmy makes another good save to keep them in this. 7 saves now for this Warwick team already. We're not even halfway through. Ant-Man with another shot. Timmy gets another save to deny this UEA roster on the attack. Thupreme's got an open net this time, surely, but Walden picks it up again. What is happening with this Warwick defence? They will not be broken at this time, and they're going to try and push for a counter now.
And the funny thing is, it's individual mistakes from Warwick leading to all these opportunities from UEA, but their rotations are so sharp. There's always a player in support, and that's the important thing for when your teammates are making individual mistakes, like maybe grabbing that back boost when you potentially shouldn't, or being caught in the wrong position. And Warwick are just following each other up beautifully.
Yeah, the defence of this team is so solid. Walden trying to carry it all the way down the field. Ant-Man doesn't get the 50. It was almost going in. KJ just got something on it to stop it going in, and Thupreme's been bumped on his follow-up. But Ant-Man does sweep it up before Warwick can find anything going the other way. Walden gets a 50. Ant-Man again lose a 50, but that one's not going to go his favour. Jinxed him away with the caster's curse right into the bottom corner, and Warwick are 2-0 up in this one.
I'm not entirely sure how that's happened. Ant-Man presented a little too much of the ball on the wrong side, and Alice is able to capitalise. This goes to game 3. Let me restart my PC, Walden says. He seems to be having more problems than just his ping. I'm sure we'll grant his wishes there.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're struggling too much. Perhaps Walden the one struggling the most for Warwick, but they're holding on strong. Alice with another chance falls to Walden as well. 2 UEA players do get this one away for now, but it doesn't look like it's done yet, but there's no follow-up this time, so UEA going to make a chance. Maybe Timmy fails to get a contact as well. KJ with a little bit of time, can he get it into the middle? 2 players managed to bundle it away, and Ant-Man trying to put pressure on Walden with a counter. Can Alice get the bump onto Thupreme? Not quite in time, and Timmy gets beat out by KJ. But the counters from Warwick have been so strong, and this defence has been absolutely phenomenal, and UEA have got to create something really special if they want to beat past these guys.
Yeah, it takes an experienced team to beat an experienced Warwick defence, and UEA haven't been together long, and maybe you have to think that's why they're overextending that little too much in offence, leading to these unnecessarily risky goals conceded, really. I'm sure they'll adapt to this in the games going forward. but it's going to be a difficult comeback for UEA.
Yeah, Alice not the best save there, but it did get the save nonetheless as Walden carries it away beautifully as he finds a pass to Alice, who's looking for the flip reset, did find it, but not any use to him in the end. Supreme coming the other way, he's got KJ for support again. Walden misses the touch, there's one player left in Alice the cat, but Timmy with a huge demo to stop the offense onto KJ. And this is the kind of play we've talked about, even the save from the demos, more pressure coming, another save. And I don't think this Warwick defence are going to be beaten at this rate. It just bounce, maybe I've jinxed it, it is this time. Finally KJ gets a goal to bring them within one.
Just about squeezing it home with some pressure. Supreme doing a fantastic job of cutting in after his own commit, beating that second man unexpectedly, and Walden just not able to track back to his near post in time. And 18 seconds is all but doable for UEA.
Absolutely. Ant-Man, didn't get the best control though, leaves it for KJ, and Warwick might have a chance here on the counter. Ant-Man with a huge flick up into the back of Warwick, but it's going to slow the game down, which is not really what they need. Only 6 seconds to score. Can he find a pass? Oh, a big bump from Walden onto Ant-Man to stop him getting anything on it. Timmy with a last second shot, going to hit the floor because KJ can't control it. And Warwick, you've got to say, they weren't so aggressive going forward and they weren't dominant going forward, but that defence was unbelievable. KJ called it a wall, and that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, every team who's played against this Warwick side in past will be saying exactly the same thing. Warwick are just capable of these clutch saves, this clutch defense. Their rotations are so fast and so strong, always in support of one another. 10 saves Warwick made over the course of that game to 13 shots from UEA. So not all of the shots on target from UEA, but predominantly they were, and a lot of those saves were very last-ditch efforts. Warwick able to make it work in this second game.
Yeah, Timmy with 5 saves as well, stepped up with a goal as well just for himself and over 500 points. He had a really, really good performance. I think Walden's internet costing him a few whiffs at the back, but Timmy was always there to cover up and sweep it out of the danger zone before UEA could capitalise, and what a performance he had. We've just got to wait a couple of minutes while Walden restarts his PC. But what do you think? Where do we go from here now in Game 3, Psycho? Because do we get another Warwick wall defence, or do UEA come out firing again?
I think every single game you're going to see there's going to be a Warwick wall defence. It's all about UEA and how they break up that defence. They only lost by 1 goal, UEA, this game, and I think if they want to take this Game 3, they need to clean up their own defence, because those 2 goals they let home for Warwick were very, very basic things to concede, and I'm sure they should be looking at that first and foremost over how to beat this Warwick defence.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I think we talk about Warwick's defence, but their going forward wasn't amazing. It's just 2 simple counters, really, and yeah, they probably were slightly soft goals that UEA wouldn't want to concede just from overcommits pushing forward. So they need to start out from the back and maybe take a leaf out of Warwick's book and try and keep the goal tally to a lower ratio and break them down with 1 or 2 goals and try and defend off from that, because they try and push forward too much, and it's entertaining to watch. It's good stuff, but it is leaving them open at the back, it has to be said.
Yeah, they've definitely proven to me that a 3-0 is off the charts. Warwick taking a game there. I thought it was going to be a complete sweep for UEA just because of their offensive prowess, but it shows that even against these top players with very, very high ranked MMRs, and each player from the UEA side having their own previous competitive experiences, you would assume that they would do a fantastic job of unsettling the Warwick defence, but they've just not shown or presented any sorts of cracks, any sorts of problems. The only thing to worry about is these individual mistakes seeping through for Warwick. There are a few times where I caught the last man just taking that unnecessary grab of the back boost, or potentially positioning himself in a poor spot that he couldn't recover from. And we have to question whether Warwick's going to keep up this incredibly well-organised defence.
Yeah, definitely. Walden is back, so we are going to get into Game 3, and we'll see whether UEA can secure up at the back and hold on this time and not let so many counter-attack chances in. It'll be interesting to see if Timmy can bring out the same level of performance he did in the last one as well, and if Walden's sorting out his internet with that restart has done them any favours. Walden then trying to play it upfield. KJ, pretty simple save in the end. See if Ant-Man can get it going the other way. He has got control of it in the air, but not got much boost at his disposal. Supreme, this game looks a bit more slowed down at the minute, a slower start after the break. Supreme was taking his time. KJ didn't get the best clear, but Walden sent it straight over the top of the net, not causing any problems whatsoever. But Warwick are actually having pressure and pinning UEA in their half, but a brilliant pass and a counter goal quickly. It's normally the other way around with Warwick with a counter, but not this time. A great pass from Supreme, and Ant-Man finishes it off beautifully.
Yeah, fantastic pass play from UEA there. All came into effect as a result of Timmy's slight overcommit as the second man. He left a massive gap behind him. So if anything went wrong, it was all for that last man to clean up himself. And if there's a two-man passing play coming his way, there's nothing you're going to do about it as a last man.
Yeah, you have to think that Supreme thought he was going to get an easy goal there, but I think or KJ, not sure which one it was, but not going to happen that easily against a defence like Warwick. Actually a miss there, uncharacteristically from Timmy at the back, but Walden gets it away and looking for a counter again. Alice getting across, but KJ and Supreme are there as Ant-Man trying to play it up for Supreme, but a big bump comes out from Alice to slow the counter attack down. Walden up for this one. Can KJ get up to save it? That's a big save to deny Warwick an equaliser, because that was a huge powerful shot going on net and it didn't look like he'd get anything on it.
Yeah, Timmy with not enough boost there to reach up for this. Supreme going for a ridiculous shot. He almost makes it work. The double touch from a very minimal angle. But yet again, Warwick are holding on, clinging on for their dear lives, and hopefully they can start some of their own offensive pressure.
Yeah, they had some at the start of the game. They have had odd times, but for the most part, they've struggled during the series with offensive pressure. Ant-Man then trying to sign through Preem for another UEA attack. Alice is up. The 50 drops into mid. That's perfectly for KJ, and he's there to finish it off. Perfect bounce, right place, right time. 2-0 up UEA.
Yeah, very, very difficult situation for Alice the Cat Whisperer there as a 50-50 comes between Alice and Timmy. Doesn't quite work. 2-0 up for UEA and a fantastic shot.
Yeah, it was a bit unfortunate with the pinch on where it landed right in the place of KJ, but he's not going to be complaining, slotting that one away pretty early. And Warwick have got some work to do. That wall has not been so solid in these first 2 minutes, but we'll see if they can get something back. That's a long ball going the other way though. Timmy can't make a save on it. He's going to bundle it towards his own net off the post. Timmy the one struggling with ping this time. Supreme gets a shot away straight into the path of Alice, and KJ's coming across really early to keep this one on the offense. Ant-Man gets a block as well, and UEA are not done yet, piling on the pressure for another goal.
Yeah, the important thing at the moment is UEA is always winning the challenges as the first man. They're always beating that Warwick defence, and so long as they keep beating their own men, they will find the gaps as Supreme tries to whack it across the corner. Ant-Man to follow up. KJ trying to look to get a piece of it himself, and this EUA play is looking a lot stronger than it was in game one.
Yeah, the ball's pinging though. We might have a chance here for Timmy. Ant-Man gets across to block it and turn it to the corner. KJ looking to find it the other way. Alice's block isn't the best, as we've seen already in this game. Alice's 50s have not been on point for the most part. Supreme though trying to find it mid. Alice saves it this time. KJ and Ant-Man both turning. The aggressive turning of this UEA team to keep the pressure on. KJ's got a chance here. He's got an open net, but Timmy just about gets off the floor to pick it out, and there's a bump in the net. I saw off screen there as well, as Ant-Man still trying to get it into the middle, and Warwick just can't get out their own half.
They can't, and they've only got 2 minutes to do so, unless they make another typical Warwick goal of counter-attack goodness. However, we are going to have to see some pressure start being mounted from this Warwick defence. For the most part, they're struggling to connect with each other out of defence now, just because of their last-ditch individual save efforts. It's difficult to get any placement on those clears. Alice almost making a one-goal situation, sadly just floating above the crossbar.
Yeah, Timmy struggled to get himself into this game as much as he did in the last one. Alice, unfortunate there not to help the team get a goal, even if not slotting it in. He was looking for a demo afterwards, but away by Ant-Man this time. Warwick trying to create chances, pushing forward with that time looming down on them, but Ant-Man gets a 50. Walden passes it over to Timmy, only as far as KJ, who's hoofed it up towards Alice and Walden. Alice left it out for Walden this time, and Ant-Man dropping back as well. UEA seemingly dropping off from the pressure just to try and hold their lead, which is interesting, to probably not overcommit, which is what we talked about. Yeah,
Warwick are actually connecting with their clearances now as they move up fields. They've always got one man positioned on the side of the field that becomes an option for the clearance, and that's more like what I would like to see, because previously in this game all of the 3 defenders from the Warwick side were all bundled up, just clinging on for dear lives in their own net, and it wasn't necessarily a defence they could escape from, but more promising from Warwick now.
Yeah, absolutely. Supreme pops it up in his own box. It's not exactly what you want to do. KJ helps him out to get it away. But Timmy gets a bump as well to try and keep Warwick on the pressure. Supreme coming out with a huge block to try and play it forward. Ant-Man trying to find Supreme. He does get a touch on it, but it's wide of the net. As KJ comes flying in as well. 2 Warwick players trying to save that one out. And again, a double commit from Warwick, but they do get it away. Supreme's got plenty of time here with that interstellar decal. Can he get it up the wall? Not the best control, and he gives it away actually. Ant-Man in the net, and it looks like UEA are going to hold on to this one, Psycho. Even if they concede one, they're going to get game 3.
Yeah, a definite convincing victory for UEA here. I don't think there was any opportunities for Warwick. As I say that, they get a 0-second consolation goal, and quite well worked as well. Alice the Cat Whisperer off the wall, beats his man. Walden to follow up there. That's more like it. Hopefully, you can see in the next game some turns of aggression similar to that.
Yeah, that beat from Alice just forced KJ to play it into the middle, straight into the path of Walden. Unfortunately for them, but it's not going to make a difference. They're not going to be too worried about that one. Whether it gives Warwick some confidence going into game 4, because they're going to need it. They're on match point now. Obviously, UEA just need one more game to finish off this best of 3, and that offense is looking dangerous as always. We talked about Ant-Man being the new man in this roster, and he has made such a difference, it has to be said. But Warwick are not done yet. We've seen that brick wall. They still only conceded 2, even on a worse game for them. So if they can get some more counterattacks going and maybe break down the UEA the way they did the game before, we can absolutely see a game 5. But not sure if they have it in them just yet, but we'll find out.
Yeah, I think for UEA, the secret is just these mechanical individual 1v1 plays. They're not necessarily relying on each other as a team so far, this UEA team, but they don't necessarily have to if they're going to constantly beat their man to the ball and get past him. And for this Warwick defense, I think if they hold strong, it will be a very low-scoring affair. As I say that, Alice sneaks one home. I'm not entirely sure how this has happened. I'm not sure what happened to KJ in defense there, but Alice with a good shot on net.
It looked like Timmy was looking for the bump on KJ. I don't know if it affected his trajectory towards trying to block the ball, but Alice had a pretty simple shot, but I'm surprised it went in. Ant-Man was seemingly on the back post and couldn't get over to the front post in the end. He did get a touch on it, but wasn't enough. KJ looking to find a quick answer and reply, but an easy save for Alice as they try and push upfield. Alice into the corner, one-on-one with Ant-Man, beats Ant-Man nicely, but KJ clears it away on the front post. There's a bit of an open back for Warwick at the minute. Both players going for boost. Supreme looking for a demo as well, but Walden comes across to claim it. He does get beaten before he can put it mid though, and Ant-Man coming across to stop Timmy clearing it. Not going to happen. And Warwick looking stronger again in this game. Maybe that goal's given them a bit of confidence. Ant-Man's demo huge there to deny the shot from Alice. And a strong start from Warwick, it has to be said this time.
Certainly, they're going forward with actual purpose this game, really stringing together passes and testing this UEA defense, which thus far hasn't been tested too much. The only goals they've conceded have been simple mistakes, but as soon as Warwick is able to net a goal of which is completely undefendable, that will be the moment they gain their confidence.
Yeah, Walden was so quick, wasn't he? He's always got his eyes on the counter-attack for that open net. He was trying to find it, but denied by the last UEA player as they get some pressure onto the backboard. Timmy gets the block to stop Supreme getting a decent shot. And Walden and Timmy just shatter this one out. And another, he's going for another open net there, Walden. KJ just gets the save again coming across. And Ant-Man plays it back upfield, see if they can get more pressure here. UEA, they've got all 3 players in the blue half. KJ's close into the corner as well. A big save, but it's going to drop straight into the mid for Supreme. A massive save again from Timmy. He's been making brilliant saves all night. And a counter shot maybe for Alice. We talked about it. There it is. Found the back of the net. Warwick 2-0 in front again. It's like a repeat of game 2.
It is. What a shot from Alice there. 91 kph across the entire field with a bounce. But it does go to show that this UEA defense does have stuff to clear up. They are still presenting these gaps that Warwick are using to counter from. And I think it's just a matter of cementing that third man and ensuring nothing completely terrifying ends up on net.
Yeah, it works well for them. It has to be said for Warwick. UEA's attacks work well for them as well, up to a point, but the counters can come out if they're not careful. They seem like with all 3 committed, they were all or nothing looking for a goal, and it's ended up costing them, unfortunately. Supreme further back this time to keep it up for them. Ant-Man looking for a bump onto Walden, he does find it, but Timmy got the touch upfield anyway. KJ's got a man in mid. Ant-Man's going to turn, but beaten out by Walden as he pushes on for his team. Doesn't seem like he's lagging anymore, trying to take control of this game. Timmy trying to create more pressure for Warwick, gets it into the middle. Supreme cuts across to deny it. But Warwick creating chances, even though they're 2-0 up. They're not sitting back. They're working hard against this UEA team, and they have to say they are looking the stronger side at the moment.
Certainly, as KJ tries to touch a ball into the middle. Warwick defense yet again holding on as the ball comes across from Ant-Man to Thupreme. Puts it on target, but Walden's there to clean up. But that demo would be important if there was a man to follow up. But a gap in the rotation means that attack goes unclaimed.
Yeah, two not great clearances there from Ant-Man and Thupreme. KJ ended up not trusting and came across as well. That front post is a little bit exposed. If Alice could just be a bit quicker, but not quite. KJ's going to try and dribble this one out. 50 with Walden goes in his favour, and Timmy's not going to get that one with a jump like that. And Ant-Man's going to get a shot off. Big save from Alice, as we've seen all night from Warwick defence. Thupreme trying to put it back forward. Alice there again. KJ with more pressure coming forward for UEA. Thupreme's trying to drop it into the middle. Is the follow-up from Ant-Man? He is there, but it's only going to go to the corner. Alice down into mid. Timmy's first man there, and this UEA attack fizzles out without a goal again.
Yeah, UEA are looking to get creative with their offence, man. Now, rather. And one of those touches off the backboard almost resulted in a pass infield. And Ant-Man just had to hit and hope, really. There was no goal-scoring opportunities made from it, but these strings of passes being made from UEA is a lot more promising to breaking down this organised defence.
Yeah, they're continuing to push really far forward as well. UEA, they're desperate for that goal. Ant-Man turning in. He's got to pass to Thupreme if he can get up. Oh, does miss the contact, though, off of the pass, and that's going to make their attack fizzle out. KJ's got loads of time over there if he can get the boost, but the touch is poor, and it's going to go towards their own net. Thupreme forced to clear it away as it's dropping back mid from Alice again. Found over to Ant-Man, and Thupreme maybe got an open net here. Can Timmy get across? He can't find it in time, and UEA get a goal back again, just as we saw in game 2. But they've got a little bit more time this time. 50 seconds. Is it possible, Psycho?
It could well be. That's a shocking goal to just concede from Warwick. They seem to be good at the clutch saves and the clutch follow-ups, but sometimes these individual efforts just aren't good enough. The decision making isn't sharp enough, as we see Timmy run across to the right hand side of the field there when he should have been in defence of his defence. However, UEA are going to lead the charge and try and look for a second with 30 seconds to come.
Oh, KJ with that last man commit, but got the solid 50 to keep the pressure on. Thupreme's quickly going back in. They haven't got time to waste. He's nearly got it under Walden. It's just dropped behind KJ, and Ant-Man's challenge going to get blocked off as well. It's a big counter-attack ball from Timmy. I don't think they're going to get back. They're not. Another big boomer up the field, another counter-attack, and I think that's probably going to secure it for Warwick.
Yeah, I think 3 of these goals so far this game have been completely wide open nets, and all of them completely unexpected. And that is going to be a lesson to learn for the games going forward, because these goals just cannot be conceded from either side if they're looking to win this series.
Yeah, seemingly we're going to end up in a game 5, I'm sure, because KJ and Thupreme aren't going to get 2 goals in just 10 seconds. UEA trying to find something else here. Thupreme going to get it into the middle. There's another chance for Walden. It's just going to go over the bar, and there's not going to be a follow-up in time. I think it's going to hit the floor. Walden, though, keeps it up. A side flip from Alice and another miss from Ant-Man. To the floor. Warwick taking that one pretty convincingly, 3-1 with more counter-attacking goals. And the teams seem to cancel themselves out, Psycho. UEA's attack comes out, they dominate. Warwick go back the other way with counters in game 2. UEA dominate the attack again. Game 3, Warwick dominate the defence and counter-attack again. Game 4, where do we go now? What happens in game 5?
Oh, I have absolutely no idea, if I'm quite honest. I mean, after this game, you have to think that each of these teams are going to be learning from their past mistakes. There's been so many repeated goals scored of similar nature, and it's just going to come down to which of these teams gets their act together, gets their defensive holes patched up nicely, and can go into this next game with the confidence that they're going to be the guys to come out on top.
Yeah, the pattern would suggest that UEA would come in and take game 5, because we've had win-loss for them. But it doesn't always work like that. These two teams have probably played some poorer teams before this, but they're definitely warmed up now. Whoever goes to the losers bracket, but not wants to be neither one of these teams, as they both try to create chances. Walden with a shot early on. Thupreme, it looks still in the net, but he did get the save before Walden demos him for making it. Not particularly happy about that one. Ant-Man trying to push it forward. One-on-one with Alice, gets a demo as well. KJ nearly beats out Walden, but Walden just made the save in time, as Walden finding Timmy in the passing play not the cleanest, as UEA playing it back as well and taking the time here. Ant-Man with a huge pinch forward, but I don't think Thupreme is going to get a touch on that. He's not, but neither's Timmy, and it's causing pressure out of nowhere. But neither team has had the most confident of start, I will say.
Yeah, UEA so far looking to be the more aggressive side, going for some challenges that maybe they shouldn't go for. Supreme with that read off the corner earlier really threw off that Warwick defense, but perhaps that's what they need in order to break it down. Two players caught in the same position there. Walden's beating them both. Supreme able to come back in time.
Yeah, he got back nicely, didn't he? A bump there on off screen towards KJ, but Ant-Man gets it upfield, only as far as Timmy. KJ there to follow it up. Ant-Man in the corner again, one-on-one with Walden, gets it over one. Can he get it back to KJ in the middle? It is flicked up to the backboard, but Walden will get it away. Not going to offer a chance for Supreme as he plays it up into the middle, straight towards Walden. Though a chance maybe for Warwick, but Ant-Man deals with it pretty comfortably down towards Alice and over the top, and it's a brilliant pinch from Ant-Man to deal with the pressure as he's trying to force a chance for UEA, and this time dropping back early to not concede that counter goal to Warwick.
KJ with a booming clear here across to Supreme, nicely cut out from Alice, and that seems to be the story thus far, just booming balls met with booming balls. There's not necessarily much convincing offense going on right now as KJ makes a clutch save once again. Both teams just trying to find a foot this last game.
Yeah, Warwick we expect those booming balls from to try and drop over the last man of UEA, but not from UEA. We expect to see them more passing and working upfield as they're trying here, but Supreme played it into the pass of Alice and KJ couldn't get there. Timmy's missed that one actually, which will probably lose the pressure. Alice turns away, playing it back towards his own net, actually put Walden in a bit of trouble, but Supreme couldn't be first man to the ball. Ant-Man trying to pressure that one. Walden though gets a brilliant flick over the top as he's looking for a demo to onto KJ, who plays it up, and we're nearly halfway through this game and it's been really balanced so far, and I have no idea who's going to score, although I think I might have jinxed it. Walden goes up, Ant-Man gets rid of it. Can it get a follow? He does get it away. Where do we go from here? Halfway through, bang even game. I've got no idea who's taking this one.
Yeah, it seems to be Warwick, the team who's making the most of their space. They're going for some more individual plays now. I've seen from Walden a bunch of times now when he's been granted that space, he's tried to do something by himself for a second, caught the ball, tried to make a flip happen and beat the first and second man and let his teammates push forward, but UEA just sticking with this booming play style really. They're not necessarily doing anything to unsettle this Warwick defense, and as you say, a very even game.
Yeah, Walden trying to create more pressure, and they're looking for demos again, but Ant-Man's quick to sweep it up and then booms it straight back to Warwick again as they boom it straight back to Supreme, unless Timmy get a touch. Trying to fake there, I think, on Supreme, but not going to happen. See if Supreme, it doesn't get contact either. A big whiff, yeah, as Walden pushing it back up towards Ant-Man, who's trying to dribble it out. A nice flick over the top of Alice, straight back to Timmy. And the teams are just ping-ponging it between each other. Maybe a chance here for Ant-Man. We saw a goal just like that earlier from the opposite side of the field. Puts it away this time, and a great counter goal from UEA.
Yeah, now that is a goal which is extremely hard to defend. There was that gap left for the counter-attack, and it's very well made use of by Ant-Man with that booming shot into the bottom right-hand corner.
Yeah, if we were going to see a goal in this game with how the ball's been pinging, it was going to have to be a quick one, and it definitely was from Ant-Man. He doesn't usually do his offense slowly, it has to be said. Alice gets the ball clear from the backboard. Ant-Man should be there straight away to keep the pressure up. He is, but Walden's trying to dribble it, goes across his own net, comfortable blocking this one, but straight into the path of Supreme. And suddenly the floodgates are opening now for Warwick as soon as that first goal went in. I'm not sure if Walden had that in mind, a bit of a risky play, dribbling it right across the face of his own goal.
Yeah, that goal could have done with a bit more communication there. I'm not sure that was Walden's ball to use. Maybe he could have called Timmy forward to follow up on his initial touch. However, Walden chose to go across his own net there, and as you said, it left the floodgates exposed, and now it's all about UEA's defense now. Can they hold strong for the minute remaining?
Yeah, that's true. When we saw them go 2-0 up earlier before, Warwick ended up getting a goal back in the earlier game as well. So they do have chances, and they might have a chance. But can they get one early enough? UEA looking for a third. KJ just denied by Timmy. As Ant-Man keeping the pressure on, and UEA look like they're not done yet. I just wonder if they might end up overcommitting. But Supreme is sat plenty back this time to cover up.
Sticky situation for Walden here as he's got two UEA players just breathing down his neck, but he's able to make a good situation of it. But 30 seconds remaining, it's looking like all hopes are lost for Warwick. There's no plays coming forward, no space granted to make any chances, and it looks to be UEA's game.
Yeah, it looks that way unless they can get two last-minute counters, but Supreme's keeping the pressure on for UEA. Is there a follow-up from Ant-Man? There is as well to pinch it back down the line. Timmy looking for a counter, but Walden would have blocked that one back into his own half even if KJ didn't. And yeah, it seemingly looks like UEA are going to finish it eventually. Not the easiest series by any means. Alice with a last-minute chance over the bar. Is the follow-up good?
Oh.
It's not. Dropped to the floor, and UEA take it in Game 5. But what a series and a great performance from both teams. I mean, I really couldn't split them until the last few minutes of that game.
Yeah, I'm not sure anyone could predict a series nature like that. Each team seemingly learning from their past performances, and then the other team bouncing back after their losses. Went all the way to Game 5, and UEA took it by a narrow margin, but a deserved margin. They definitely made the most of that Game 5 with a few necessary passing plays that gave them that extra edge.
Absolutely. UEA will go through and play DCU Titans in the winners semi-final. The winner goes through as one of the 4 spots to the group stage. The other semi-final team already ready. We might as well go through a couple of results. Loughborough Lions have actually been knocked out in losers round 2 to the Portsmouth Pancakes. They're now in the round 3 waiting for the loser of the game we've just played. So they will play Warwick in the next round. Durham Defenders, Boomer Boys, Dorans and Staffs and Bath Salts all in the losers bracket. As Darmstadt, Arctic Foxes, Titans, and UEA in the final 4. So 2 of those will get the automatic spot in the group stage. But any last comments on that game, Psycho, before we take a quick break before the final one?
I mean, I'm trying to hold myself together here with that result from the Portsmouth Pancakes in the losers round 2, beating out Loughborough Lions. And I've sort of lost all train of thought after that one, so I'm looking forward to this next streamed game regardless. Fantastic performances from both UEA and the Warwick side there, and a very entertaining series to watch over.
Absolutely, and UEA are not going to have it easy to get that quick spot to the group stage either, because DCU Titans, we saw them earlier, what a great performance they gave against Staff Stampede, so that's going to be a tough game for sure. But yeah, Portsmouth Pancakes going to continue on that losers bracket run, 3 wins away now from the EUR group stage. But we will take a quick break before we join that winners semi-final. We will be back shortly. I believe we're doing the Darmstadt Arctic Foxes game to finish it off. So stay tuned again as we're back for that winners semi-final. The winner will get a group stage spot in the EUR Summer 2020, so you don't want to miss it. Welcome back, guys. We're back for the winners semi-final. A winner of this game does take one of the 4 spots available tonight for the EUR Summer 2020. So this is going to be an interesting one for sure. We've got Liverpool's Arctic Foxes going up against the German side Darmstadt Donuts, which is very interesting considering Darmstadt were well down the seeding and beat our number 1 seeded team to get here. So we were expecting a much lower performance from them, but they've turned up something else tonight. So we have no idea how this series is going to go. As always, continues to join me. I'm back with Psycho again. What do you think of this matchup, Psycho? Because I'm confused. I don't know what to expect from this Darmstadt team. I've never seen them.
For me, it's curiosity more than anything. I don't have any idea who's going to come out on top. I think everyone's going to be placing their bets on Arctic Foxes if they had to. But this Darmstadt Donuts team has just beaten Dorans 3-0 in a sweep. And I think they were the first seed. And they were certainly predicted to get a group stage spot as a result of winning in the semi-finals. But they're not even here. Darmstadt have beaten them and they take on the Foxes. I've absolutely no idea how this game's going to go. So we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, we didn't predict these two in the semi-final, although if we do give Foxes a pretty good chance. But yeah, one of them is going to get a spot now in EUR, and we'll play against you, Psycho, coming up in the group stage. So he's getting into this one, I think, because these teams have been waiting a little while. Got Rowe, Wambo, John, and CLJS, which I believe is Callum Seed with a name change against Exotical, Dhen, and Daniels DK. Wambo, John, a bit close on the follow-up there, but KLJS is playing it upfield. I'll just call him KL. Back towards Rowe, who's going to play it up. Wambo, John, already in the air. Can he drop it down? Doesn't make contact. Daniels DK then trying to take it away. Takes it past one. Trying to go all the way over two. Might drop all the way in. It has, and Darmstadt coming out early with a fantastic goal carried all the way down the field by Daniels DK in that dominance. What a goal.
I was just going to say, these Arctic Foxes look to be making the individual plays at the start of this game, but Daniels has just made such an unexpected run from his own end of the field. Slots home that air dribble, and it's simply a goal that Arctic Foxes weren't expecting to concede.
Yeah, well, this is the performance coming out of what we've seen in the bracket, but not seen in game. We'll see if they can carry on. They look to keeping this pressure up at the minute over the top of CL. Rowe, can he get the save? Has to just come across Wambo John and deny it. He did get the save, Rowe, but it was still going in as Wambo John's going alone now. Gets the flip reset over one, but Exotical saves it while backwards, and Daniel DK in the air again. We've already seen what he can do. Can he dribble it over the top? Rowe gets it away this time, but Darmstadt are out firing and Foxes are under loads of pressure.
Yeah, this Darmstadt team looks very impressive so far. Rotations are holding firm, the plays are coming forwards. The individuals on this side seemingly not to be ones to be messed with. As Wambo John lays it down to Rowe. It's all about how Arctic Foxes are going to respond.
Yeah, I don't think Foxes knew what to expect going into this game either. I can't imagine they've played this team before. Daniels DK dropping it in front of the net. Wambo John does find Rowe, but it's quickly blocked away by Daniels DK again. Exotical with a chance, denied by CLJS. As a bump comes out from Exotical, Wambo John forced into emergency action, but he does get it away, and another little dribble goes around one Liverpool player, but can they keep the pressure up? Rowe forced to bang that one down the field to deny some pressure, and maybe they can get attack here, Liverpool, but they've been soaking up pressure for so long as Darmstadt make that huge save.
That was a clinical opportunity there for the Arctic Foxes, but Daniels DK had his ball cam off and made a blind save as he threw himself across the net there. Clutch plays from this Darmstadt team, and with 3 minutes remaining, it's anyone's game, as this Darmstadt team is only a single goal up. There doesn't seem to be any more opportunities coming the way of either side so far.
Yeah, but Liverpool finally looking for an attack. Rowe nearly dropped that one in, but Exotical gets it out despite getting bumped in the back of the net. Daniels DK beat by Wambo John, but he's not going to find it mid. He does get denied by these Darmstadt players as they play it upfield. Rowe's on the wall, but nearly gets beaten out. A bump onto the keeper as well. Exotical just a bit too slow to finish it off, but Darmstadt were looking to get a 2-0 lead there, and they nearly did.
Yeah, these Liverpool players struggling to connect with each other right now. It's just solo play after solo play from defense, and there's nothing to come from it. Not really any following up of each other's hits. CLGS trying to change that as he blasts it upfield, and Rowe to follow, but nothing threatening so far.
Yeah, they're going to try and get it out then. Liverpool still under pressure. Rowe, he's on the backboard, going to go off the roof. Can he get a touch? We know he's got the strong mechanics to do so. Wambo John just about gets it out wide and gets it over one player as well, but Daniels DK, we've already seen he's got some quality, sweeps it quickly back up the field and so does CLJS. Straight back into Dehaena's play, and Exotical once again on the wall waiting for it. Daniel's DK comes in as well, and the pressure is just relentless from Darmstadt, still coming in, still playing it up, and Foxes are dealing with it, but not really creating anything in themselves to get it fully downfield, as Rowe's trying to do now.
Yeah, we're seeing a similar sort of Warwick-style defence, which is something I didn't expect to say about a Liverpool side. They seem to be making the saves and stopping the goals coming their way, but there's just simply nobody there to follow up on the touches, or at least do anything threatening to get past the first man. More importantly, as Dehaena does a Goomba stomp on Daniels, and the last man is demoed out. Daniels just there to make it in time, but sadly for them, University of Liverpool strike back with a goal.
Yeah, finally. I think someone else from Darmstadt nearly saved that as well. Exotical spawned in. Another second, he would have got a big enough touch to get it clear, but CLJS just slammed it in off the top of his car, and Arctic Foxes finally get a response, and maybe they can build on from here, because we didn't expect them under so much pressure and in so much trouble early like Darmstadt have caused, so they need to take a leaf out of their football compatriots. I think they're winning the Premier League and try and push forward against this German side, but still they've got a lot of work to do. You know, it's 1-1, and this German side seems to be hurting them if they're not careful.
Yeah, as much as we're praising this German side so far, they haven't had any opportunities after that first goal, really, so it's all going to be about stringing these passes together and finding a crack in this very mechanical Liverpool side as Rowe goes for the double touch. He spotted the gap on the backboard. There's nobody there to cover it. Fantastic pass out from Wambo John as well. That is an incredible play.
Yeah, I know the mechanical skill of Wambo John and Rowe. I've seen these two players play a lot, so Wambo John there with a brilliant pass, and Rowe was a really tight angle on that double touch, but he did find it, didn't he? And this is the kind of play we expect from Foxes. They're finally coming out, delivering attacking play like we expect from them, as CLJS gets beaten out there. But Darmstadt not done yet. They've got 30 seconds. We've seen they can put pressure up. It's whether they can work as a team, because that only goal they scored by Daniels was a solo play. Here he is, gets beaten out by Wambo. Wambo trying to flick it forward, only onto the top of Daniels, and Wambo keeping the pressure up for Liverpool. Dehaena gets it clear, and a bump coming out from Exotical, but CLJS gets it clear, and it looks like it's going to peter out with Liverpool taking this one unless they can get a last-minute goal, Darmstadt.
Yeah, after a 3-0 sweep against Dorans, they must have been going into this series with their hopes high, but Arctic Foxes claiming a game at the very start of this series, and that's going to upset some of the momentum that Darmstadt's been carrying through. Very close affair though. Arctic Foxes won this game with a fantastic play between Wambo John and Rowe with the double touch there. Also Daniels at the start there with that air dribble from his own half, so it's looking to be an entertaining series.
Absolutely, it looks like Darmstadt have got an individual quality player, if nothing else. But yeah, Foxes had a slow start, didn't they, for the first couple of minutes, but then they started to come out. So if they can continue with that pace and bring it into this next game, I think they will have the better chances against this Darmstadt donut team, to be honest. But we'll see where we go from here. We've got CLJS, I think, will be taking this kick-off unless there's a player on the other side. Well, it's Rowe taking a kick-off onto Daniels DK. Wambo John with an early demo. I know he's capable of many a demo and loves that aggressive play. Two players up early for Foxes. CLJS getting a bump as well onto the Darmstadt back post player, and Rowe trying to outplay too, but gets beat out this time. Wambo John keeping the pressure up for Foxes, as they're starting on with some early pressure, as we like to see. CLJS putting it back towards the middle as well. Dehaena gets it clear, looking for Daniels DK, and Rowe going to cut that out and find Wambo to get it clear. And Foxes are looking much more clean in the start of this game, and they're trying to find a goal on the counter. Not quite. Wambo John just denied in time.
That's a fantastic infield pass from CLJS to Rowe. Rowe trying to squeeze home that tight angle, but the rotations keep coming in this far left corner. Nothing much Darmstadt have to do in terms of response here, or nothing they are doing rather, as the ball rolls back into the corner that they were originally locked in.
Oh, Exotical, I think he might have been looking for a mid-air bump there on Rowe as he went up and got the clear, but didn't quite make it in time. Wambo John playing it upfield, but CLJS has turned and left it. Rowe's got a chance here though. Wambo John's in front of the net, there's nobody home, and just like that, Arctic Foxes take the lead. We're just a minute into this one.
Yeah, Wambo's done a fantastic job of beating that first man, but Dehaena was just a little too passive with his challenge there. Laid it straight off to Wambo John, who in turn found Rowe, and it's going to be 1-0 for Liverpool.
Yeah, this is the Liverpool we expected. Rowe showing his quality with multiple goals, and Wambo John having a big effect on helping him do so. See if we can get another attack going here. Wambo John's up in the air, he's spiralling, he's still going all the way over, trying to find Row on that back post. While in the air, not quite anything come of it this time. CLJS trying to drop it mid as well. Just touches it down into the corner. They've got 3 really aggressive push players now for Foxes, all 3 in the corner. Exotical's not going to get a touch.
Shot.
What a finish from Row. Showing his quality, comes from the corner to follow up. I believe that was his own ball. Round the wall, off of the ceiling, finishes it off, and wow, what a goal from Row.
That is beautiful. Typical free play ceiling shot attempt there. He saw the gap on the backboard yet again, and he made it work for him with that fantastic piece of individual play.
Yeah, it was a fantastic goal, and Arctic Foxes are really coming out strong now, and Darmstadt have got to find some answer. Exotical's only got 4 ball touches in the last minute and a half, and Daniel's DK's had to pick that one out from dropping in as well. Wambo John keeping the pressure on, that's going to fall nicely to CLJS. Gets a shot away, but no power in the end. Wambo John looking for those demos, and he does find another one. Is there a follow-up from Row? Not quite, but Exotical's struggling, didn't get the best control. And he gets a block as well onto Daniel. DK's is clear. And Dehen has missed it as well, as has CLJS. A couple of whiffs in there. Wambo John with a chance, drops it mid. Row's there again, looking for a hat-trick. He does find it, and Arctic Foxes really taking control of this game.
Yeah, there is just no clawing back a 3-0 lead. Surely, as Row slots in that to the near post. Liverpool have done a fantastic job of maintaining their offense, keeping the Darmstadt Donuts team locked in their own defense with nowhere to look, nowhere to turn to. And with 2 minutes 50 on the clock, it's looking all but over.
Yeah, it's looking all but the Row show at the minute, isn't it? As Foxes keep pushing on. They're not done yet. Wambo John's playing it forward to his other teammate in the corner. The bump's still coming out from Wambo John. He loves to get them in, and they're still coming. Row's not got the best clear this time, though. CLJS has been bumped as well. Nobody back, but the ball just trickles wide of the net. Not clinical enough from Darmstadt, and Row looking for a counter. Can he get it middle? He's going for another one. He's going solo. He's knobbed him for the pass just down off the bar.
Dehenna's up in the air now, tries to look for his teammate Exotic there as he pushes forward. Daniel's trying to mount some sort of pressure, but cannot beat out the likes of Wambo John in defence. This Liverpool team relying on their individual speeds, their mechanical abilities to defend these balls. Their defence hasn't been the tidiest, but individually they're able to make up for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Dehenna's coming out with another chance. Row gets it away as well. Daniel DK onto the sidewall. CLJS with a whiff, and Wambo John is again in the blue half looking to cause trouble onto that side. There's 3 players up from Darmstadt, a huge commitment to get forward, and they've managed to get away with it, and they're still going on to create the chance, but Exotical is not going to get it over the line with any power like that. Dehenna's trying to get onto a read, but Wambo John's up, looking for the flip reset, but the touch goes well wide of the net as another demo comes out, and Row continues the pressure for Liverpool and Arctic Foxes.
Yeah, this Liverpool side is getting cocky now. They're looking at the situations in front of them and thinking, we could get a nice highlight goal from this, as opposed to really solidifying their play. They think this game's over, and rightfully so, because they put in an incredible performance in the first half of this game.
Yeah, Arctic Foxes finally killing Darmstadt's momentum as they carried in the last couple of games, and they're looking a bit out of character at the minute, not creating too many chances. They are forward here though with a shot, goes off target. Wambo John with that pre-jump save to read the shot coming before it even hit the post was a brilliant save in the end as he's trying to go forward now, fakes out one but doesn't beat the second, and CLJS as Foxes aren't done yet, they're looking for a fourth. Going into mid, Exotical's on the front post though, and Row and Wambo John opting to play a little bit safer and not concede one on the counter attack.
Yeah, Liverpool are looking like a very threatening team in the grand scheme of things, let alone just this matchup against Darmstadt. Their offense has been remarkable so far. I definitely didn't expect them to come out with so much confidence after a Darmstadt team had gone 3-0 against Dorans, but they're showing their true colours here.
Yeah, Wambo John trying to drop it down. Will he go for a pass? He's going for a solo play, in fact. CLJS came in as well, but Darmstadt did get that one away just in time. Exotical looking for a last-minute consolation, but Row, that man who's been in charge all game, is up early. As Wambo John just trying to style across the field. So little care from these Foxes side. Fully in control, fully deserved win in that one to take them 2-0 up in the series.
Yeah. One more game remaining rather for this Arctic Foxes team before they cement themselves a group stage spot. They've done incredibly well to get this far, as have Darmstadt, but it's still all to play for this German squad. They need to show the same sort of prowess that they were showing in that matchup against that Doran's team. Thus far, they haven't had any opportunities other than the start of the first game, and that was an individual effort from Daniel's DK alone. So it's really going to be a difficult comeback to create.
Yeah, they did play well against that Doran's team. Of course, we didn't see the game. The server we've just lost to maintenance. You love to see it. But yeah, they did get a 3 over Doran's, despite them being our first seed team. But maybe we overestimated the Dutch side a little bit. But I'm sure they'll be confident of making a lower bracket run. But yeah, Darmstadt got some work to do. They showed some quality, and Daniel's DK got some really good solo plays in game 1. And we need to see that again in game 3, because if we don't, I mean, it's just going to end in another confident sweep for Foxes as they continue their aggressive play forward. And Rose scored so many fantastic goals in that game.
Yeah, I think for Darmstadt now, they just need to think about how they can solidify their defense before they start worrying about the other end. A lot of these goals from the Arctic Foxes are straight off the backboard, and they're relatively undefended. A Warwick defense is well known for having their players around the backboards and just cleaning up any shot that gets thrown on target. And maybe this Darmstadt team needs to adopt a similar sort of style. We'll have to see in this game 3.
The server's back up. We're back into game 3. Match point then as Foxes look to finish them off in a sweep. We'll see if the Germans can fight back. CLJS pushing forward again early on for Liverpool, trying to get a nice goal for Foxes. Wambo John is there but puts it well behind and went to commit to that one a little bit too quickly. I think Rose left last man, but if anyone you want to back there, it's him. But he gets demoed, and a huge save from CLJS to keep this game level early on. A nice chance created from Darmstadt, and you have to say this is what we wanted to see from them. They come out and get some early pressure and nearly got a goal.
Yeah, you never know. Those demo plays could come in clutch, because, as I was saying earlier, this Liverpool defense doesn't seem to be unbreakable, but it's just individual efforts that are saving them in the toughest of times, and maybe a few demo plays will be the ticket to scoring them a goal. But Wambo John, off the ceiling, uses his flip reset and sticks it home in the top left corner.
Yeah, Rowe and Wambo John are just styling off the ceiling. Daniel's DK trying to get off the wall. Doesn't get any help from his teammates on the Darmstadt side, and just like that, Foxes continue their superiority in this series, and not just scoring any goal, a ceiling shot of course, to keep the style going, as Rose trying to get it forward again for Arctic Foxes. CLJS cleaning it up as well. He can find it mid, maybe he's off the roof as well, looking for his ceiling shot. Maybe he landed down and got a touch as it was just going on target, denied by Dehena, as Rowe is now left last man but gets a booming clear before the demos. But Darmstadt looking aggressive, trying to find demos to find a way to break down the defence.
They certainly are looking aggressive, but they're also looking helpless in the defence as a demo comes through from Wambo John. And it seems to be every time an individual effort is made from this Liverpool side, the ball is just being stared at and watched, and there is nothing they can do but pray it doesn't end up in the back of their own net. And with 3 minutes on the clock, they're going to have to make some changes.
Yeah, Dehena's trying to drop that one in off the roof as well, but no problem for Rowe as he follows it up, gets a pre-flip into the wall. Daniel's DK with a chance, doesn't even make contact. Exotica with a shot as Daniel's DK went for the bump, but two players jumped the demo and got the save. Wambo John's coming forward again off the sidewall, and Dehena gets it over, but Daniel's DK can't find contact, and Rowe's there again to give a chance as Dehena gets the block, and he's doing all the work for the Darmstadt Donuts at the minute to keep them in this game. But here we go, Wambo's up, what can he do? Flip reset onto the backboard. Can he create a chance off this one? It's still up in the air, and Daniel's DK does get it away for the Darmstadt Donuts.
Yeah, Wambo John was keen on wasting an opportunity, if you will, with that flip reset attempt, as a shot almost comes on target from Rowe. Another well-connected play between the two aggressive Liverpool players, Wambo John and Rowe, as they look to make another piece of offence, with Rowe throwing a ball central. Nobody quite there to deal with it. 2 minutes 30, still lots of time for Darmstadt.
Yeah, Dehena's been fantastic at the back. He got a brilliant save on that Rowe shot as well that you were talking about off of their play. CLJS dropping in front of the net, managed to get a tiny little extra touch to stop them scoring, but it was a bit of a dangerous one. Can Rowe get it downfield? Gets an interesting flip onto it, but it's given away, and Wambo's save isn't the most convincing either, as the pressure keeps coming out from Darmstadt, and they're looking a bit more like they did in game 1. CLJS has missed it on the backboard too, but Wambo's there to help out. Dehena sweeps it back up to keep pressure up for Darmstadt, and Rowe gets it out to the corner, but the pressure's coming out from the Germans, and I like this play. They're looking more solid, and they look like they could create a chance. They're only 1 goal down, and they can definitely get back into this one.
Certainly, and the pressure is still going on, even after Wambo John's down there, but the double commit coming out from Exotical and Dehena is going to leave a massive gap Rowe trying to solo play his way over the last man doesn't quite connect with the play he wanted. But still, this Darmstadt team rotating in, making the plays. It's just about getting that goal-scoring opportunity.
Yeah, it's about creating up front, isn't it? They're solid at the back, but they haven't got much going forward, nearly not so solid at the back. Daniels DK gets it away, and CLGS should have pretty easy control over this one for Liverpool. He does, but Exotical's on his tail, and can he slam that into the box? Easy enough for Rowe to find Wambo, but that's a pitch off the wall. It's not gone ideal, and CGS makes a brilliant save to get back across and keep the game level for Liverpool. But it has to be said that the English side of Liverpool are under more pressure from Darmstadt until that shot was missed by Rowe, and maybe a counter now for the Germans.
Oh, that's a fantastic demo from Rowe there. Daniels DK was eyeing up that 1v1 situation. I'm sure he was looking forward to his flick attempt, but Rowe just completely removed him from the play, and it was good vision from him to remove him.
Yeah, they're keeping the pressure up though, aren't they? Still going, Darmstadt. Daniels DK dropped it just over his teammate Exotical. His Dehenna wakes back as that rock at the back. That's pretty much what we've seen from him as that defensive player. Rowe's up for this one though, it's backboard. You've got to think he's going to score it, and he does. Of course, Rowe, that man, he's not going to miss a chance from there, and with 36 seconds left, that's probably put the game to bed for Foxes. Darmstadt seem to struggle to get a goal and break down the Arctic Foxes' defence.
Yeah, once again, a large spot dedicated on their own backboard for Liverpool to punish, as another goal goes flying home for Rowe. And with 35 seconds remaining, we have to think that Liverpool is going to take this series with a 3-0 sweep, but all credit goes to this Darmstadt team for giving us the enjoyment and the entertainment of their upfield opportunities, and the way they've clawed through this series has been enjoyable.
Absolutely, if nothing else as well. That goal that Daniels DK scored in the first game was brilliant. They're still trying, they're not giving up, credit to them, still putting the ball into the box, but the plays aren't complicated enough, and they don't seem to have quite the mechanical skill that Foxes have to bring out these extra special goals as it hits the floor. And Foxes take the 3-0 sweep onto Darmstadt, and they are the first team from tonight to secure their place in the EUR group stage with the other 8 qualified teams, so they will be on 9th qualified team. I'm sure they'll be pretty happy about that one, and a solid team overall, and fully deserve that spot.
Yeah, Darmstadt, commiserations to you for losing out on that game, but of course they will return in the losers bracket to give it another go, and all credit to them for making it this far. They've gone through the hardest of teams to get where they are now, but it's all about that final series. Very well played to Arctic Foxes. Their individual efforts were second to none. The mechanical ability of all the players was seriously put on display throughout that series.
Yeah, absolutely. They really showed their dominance to get through. And in the other semi-final, it appears that UEA Blue Jays are actually one game away from knocking out the Titans in a 3-0 sweep, which is interesting. And then we've got the other games as Durham and Staffs just kick off in losers round 4. And our next game that we'll be back for in just a couple of minutes is going to be on stream as well. Portsmouth Pancakes didn't make it through, unfortunately. They were sweeps 2-0 by Warwick A, and Bath Salts did the same to Durham Burgers. So we've got Warwick A versus Bath coming up for you to get through to that final quarter-final and the losers to secure a spot. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Welcome back, guys. We just saw a winners semi-final and an Arctic Foxes side get a 3-0 sweep on Darmstadt to get their first spot of the night into the EUR group stage for summer 2020. But we've got a couple of lower bracket games for you now, as the big teams have battled off. Some of the bigger ones have fallen down, and we've got an all-English affair between a Warwick that we saw earlier on just get beaten narrowly by UEA Blue Jays, and they're going up against a Basalt side that I believe just beat out Durham Burgers, lost to the DCU Titans earlier, who we also saw on stream. So this should be a close game. We've got two solid English sides that have both been in the National League in NSE. So I think coming into this one, Psycho, who are you favouring?
I've got to favour Warwick, if I'm being completely honest, just for their solidity and defence. This Bath Salts team isn't necessarily known for having that same sort of quality at the back, but of course these are two very polarising teams, two very different playing style of teams that are being put forward together. We've seen how strong Warwick can be in the past, and we'll have to see if they can pull through.
Yeah, definitely. I think I have to agree with you. We saw how good Warwick were early against UEA, just narrowly missing out, but I don't think they'll be defending quite as much in this losers bracket game against Bath. Bath will have some chances, I think, but they're ultimately going to be up against a much stronger Warwick side probably, and I think Warwick will more than likely get the sweep, but Bath have got a chance in this one. They can definitely take some games, Adam G, Joel and Vex, so we'll see if they're capable of at least giving us a series, and I'm sure they'll want us to get a little bit further, but let's get into this game and see what's going to happen between these two sides. Got a pretty all-even kickoff from either side, it looks like. Don't know who's going to be taking this one. Already seen Warwick once tonight, of course. Alex the Cat Whisperer meeting with Vex then in the middle. Adam G, the only one up, does get contact to push Bath on the attack early, but Walden sweeps that one away straight into the path of Vex, going towards the backboard. Timmy might not reach that, he doesn't, but Alice gets it away, just as we've seen Warwick earlier, just covering for each other constantly and being a huge wall at the back. It's going to be a challenge for Bath to break down, just as it was for UEA coming into this one. Adam G gets beaten out, a quick counter chance for Alice, not quite converted in time, but Walden with another shot, looks like dropping in. Joel saves it in the end, and Bath had a bit of pressure, but Warwick looking the better side so far, Psycho.
So far, actually, I would say Bath Salts have made the most potential opportunities, at least. There's been a few whiffs on the defence of Warwick as Joel tucks it home. I thought he was going to get stolen from by Vex there, but as I was saying about the plays they're creating, Vex off the backboard, nobody covering that position, and Joel able to make a tight shot.
Yeah, I was going to agree with you and think that Joel was just going to get mugged off by the post, but not quite. He does get it dropped and over the line before Warwick could react to get back to the save. They were quite out of position for that one to get to the line anyway, so Bath will be pretty happy with that early goal. See that Joel is probably the big player for this team. We'll see if he can push on and help them to a victory here as he plays it upfield towards Alice, gets over one. Can he beat Walden? It's a nice bounce into the middle, actually awkward for Walden. Timmy has to come across and help him, who also misses the ball, and they're looking a bit shaky at the back, Warwick. Not like we saw them against UEA as it comes off the roof from Vex, but straight into the path of Timmy. Adam G sweeping it up only behind Joel, and neither player managing to get contact on it from both teams. Vex up for this one, beats out Warwick teams this time as Joel plays it with a shot on, but not much power. It's the post though, no touch from Warwick, and Adam G smashes it in. And Bath at the minute now, you said they were looking the better team. They definitely are. They're creating all the chances and then smashed in the second one.
Yeah, Alice just caught out of position there. A fantastic little pass from Joel to the near post, followed up nicely by Adam. And Bath are just seemingly connecting with each other with every single clearance, and that is something I definitely wasn't expecting to see. I thought that'd be a more Warwick counter-attacking play style, but this Bath Salts team really showing their strengths.
Absolutely. Joel just about gets it clear with the backboard. You're going to have to deal with the difference in pronunciation of Bath or Bath as you deal with a southern and a northern caster, which is interesting. Adam G trying to get it away, Walden onto the backboard. Joel misses the touch and Timmy's going to finish it off and get a goal back for Warwick pretty quickly from that second goal. And I'm not sure what happened here with one player, but we got somebody Vex turtling in the box. Looks like a controller disconnected and they were left in a 2v3.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate situation there for Vex with his controller DC, but ultimately that ball probably should have been cleared by Joel there. Just was in a spot he couldn't quite reach with the front flip off the backboard, but Warwick looking to find their second.
Yeah, they're quickly getting it up, and Vex, I like his aggressive play trying to come over. That's a pinch from Adam G, and I think Warwick, one of the Warwick players as well, not sure, might have been Walden, as Alice plays it back upfield, straight back to Joel though, as he's going to get a huge boomer, which Walden is picked out again, and we've got a bit of ping pong going on in a minute. Adam G trying to find it middle, that's a great ball, if Joel can slot it in, he is up early, speedy attack from Joel, slots it in before Warwick can get up and back, extend back to that 2-goal lead, and back with 3 goals now.
Brilliant vision there from Adam G. He could have opted to take it up the corner, and that would have been any normal player's ideology there, but he slots an infield pass high, and sadly the Warwick defence was disrupted. Their own rotation broken from one of their own players diving into the corner of their own net, and that's going to make it 3-1 for Bath.
Yeah, Joel looked like he's not done yet as well, looking for that hat-trick as he went for that backboard touch. Alice with a poor shot off target, probably should have done better. Joel on the backboard, ready to cover from Timmy, he does. Walden is up to beat Vex. Can he find it mid to anybody? But there's nobody there from Warwick, and he's going to have to chase it back, and Joel's just going to take it away, trying to get towards the net, but it's plenty off target. Adam G just fakes out one in. Walden trying to get it towards the middle, doesn't find anything of it. Alice the cat is there, but Vex can't get it through either, and Joel's a little bit too far forward. Warwick might finally get the ball up into the Bath half, but Bath have been so solid in this game so far, it has to be said.
That's a great shot on target though from Timmy. An unfortunate 50-50 from Bath there ends up resulting in a shot from Timmy, and with that Batmobile you can just create power from nothing, and that gifted space was a perfect opportunity to use all the talents of that car.
Yeah, and a brilliant caster's curse from me as well. Didn't realise Timmy had such a free net to shoot into from my perspective, which Bath probably gave that away when they had 2 players back and it was a bit sloppy, unfortunately. Joel looking to maybe get a shot away, though he does. Walden on the front post saves it this time. Stop them conceding a 4th, but Adam G trying to get it back in. Bath looking for that 4th goal to extend their lead once again. Walden pushing it downfield though. Can he get it mid? Only as far as Adam G on the front post. Can he get it downfield? Not quite. Alice keeping the pressure on. Joel does the job this time, looking for Adam G, who's in the box. Can he beat a Walden? He does get a shot away, but it's poor. But Vex might be able to beat Timmy as well. And the pressure still going forward for Bath, but a big block comes out from Walden to kill it off.
Yeah, the rotations are incredibly clean from Bath right now. After every unsuccessful attack, after every unsuccessful shot and passing play, they look to create another, even 1 goal in front. They're not resorting to any defensive nature, they're just continuing the pressure that has got them this lead in the game so far.
Yeah, and Bath still looking for that 4th goal. I thought that Warwick would have more pressure going. We talked about how defensive they are, and they're still playing that defensive style, but it's not really worked for them so far in this game. As Vex is trying to sweep that one, it is high on the backboard. Not sure if Timmy can make it. He does get a whiff, and Adam G trying to drop it in so close. Alice gets it away before Joel can get another chance to finish the deal, but a really good chance again created for Bath, and they might have overcommitted here if Joel can get back. He does deny the Warwick players from getting an equaliser now as Walden cuts across to stop Alice getting it clear as well, and Joel with a shot only as far as Adam for another chance onto the backboard. 3rd chance for Vex, dropping in another save from Alice, and Warwick are holding on here, it has to be said.
Yeah, an incredible performance from Bath so far, but as I say, that counter-attack opportunity for Warwick in this last 10 seconds. Walden gets a 50 and he slots it home with 7 seconds remaining. Now that's an unexpected turn of events.
Absolutely, a lifeline given there for Warwick, it has to be said. I don't think they deserve that one really, a bit against the run of play despite Walden's 5 saves for his team, but we're probably going to see an overtime now unless we get a quick kick-off goal, which can always happen, but falling to the back right of Vex. Can he do anything with it? He's got a teammate up as well in Joel, but neither of them getting a decent touch, and it is hit into the floor for the overtime. And who you got favourite for this one? Because Bath have looked solid all game, but Warwick, once the overtime happens, you never know what can happen.
Yeah, if Warwick can maintain their cool, make sure that defence is completely locked up with no holes, this could be a very long overtime indeed, but Bath Salts have looked the better side by a mile this game so far. They're really connecting with each other and working well together as a team. Thus far, Warwick's opportunities have only come from individual mistakes on the Bath end.
Yeah, Vex trying to get it clear, but Walden's not having any of it. Adam G going to find a pass to Vex if he can get inside. Timmy just about intercepts it in time. Walden gets a poor touch towards middle, and Joel will clear it away. Alice not the best touch either, and that could be a follow-up from Bath. It is from Vex. Joel dropping it middle. Nobody there though. Adam G trying to put some pressure on, and that touch from Walden was not the best, but it did beat out one of Bath's players as Vex playing it up straight into the path of Walden, and Warwick coming out with the pressure now. They might have a chance here if there's a follow-up, but Timmy opts to turn away again, going for the defensive playstyle. Vex nearly drops it over the top from that overcommit from Timmy, but they do just about hold on.
Yeah, a bit of mispositioning there on the Warwick end. They almost left a deadly gap in their own defense. There's another double commit comes through. Adam to follow up. And this looks a bit deadly for Warwick at the moment as Walden misses the ball this time, with Alice trying to push forward. All in Bath's favour so far.
Yeah, uncharacteristic whiffs, we should say, in the Warwick half, as Joel gets a lovely pass down to Vex and back to Joel. Again, it's a great play, but can Joel get anything on it? Not quite. Adam G's got a bit of time here with the ball. If he pops it up, he fakes out Walden, drops it underneath him, but Timmy gets a big sweeping clear. Vex might be off his line. Wow. That's a massive save from Vex to keep this game level and stop the overtime win for Warwick. Huge. He came up clutch there to keep that one out, and now they're back on the attack. Vex to Joel. Here's Vex back in the middle. Can he finish this one off? It's over the top of one. Adam G gets beaten out just by the Warwick defence, but Bath are making some brilliant play going forward.
Vex has an opportunity now to strike it mid to Joel with a shot on target. Timmy caught off of his line. He wasn't quite in the right place, but a fantastic shot from Joel.
Yeah, has to be said. What a performance from Joel to get that winner. 3 goals, an assist, a save, and 8 shots on target. 835 points for Joel in that one, as well as his overtime finish and 3 aerial goals. He really took charge of that game for his Bath side, and Warwick didn't look solid, it has to be said. They had 8 shots and 10 saves. They still made a fair decent bit of work at the back, but they made too many whiffs, didn't they, Psycho?
They did, yeah, but it's all resulting from this Bath offence. A lot of their plays have been risky looking for Warwick, and that's been the main cause of their double commits and defensive failures. It's not been particularly completely unforced mistakes. Bath have been applying the pressure, causing Warwick to panic, and it's shown in this game with a pretty dominant performance. Although the scoreline indicated it was only a 4-3 win, I do think Bath had the upper side in that game.
Yeah, I agree. I think they deserve the win for sure. They got it eventually in the overtime, and Warwick looked to have the chances, but that Walden goal at the end to make it level was probably a bit against the run of play, considering all the pressure they were under. See if Timmy can come out with an early strike, but it is easily cleared away by Adam G. Alice, though, getting another shot off. Vex saves that one. And Timmy and Walden getting caught under each other. Timmy plays it into the middle as far as Vex, as Walden plays one up. Again, trying to pin pressure onto that backboard. Walden, can he control this one on the wall? He's got a little bit of time. Plays it up high on the backboard. There's nobody quite there. Joel drops it down. Not ideal. But Vex gets it away, and he's still going to take it out and buy a bit more time for his teammates to sort themselves out with some boost to the back.
Interesting pinch decision there from Timmy. He had a bit of space to work with. Opted for the fast clearance. He has to scramble to flip off the backboard to save that one. Approaching the ball in the offense now as Warwick tried to transition the play to the Bath end. Nothing to come from it though so far.
Yeah, Vex dropping it mid though. Adam G is there for the follow-up, but not quite as quick as Alice. Joel with a full tanker boost, pushing upfield. He's going up for his own ball. He's still got it going onto the backboard. Tries to finish it off. He doesn't, but Adam G's there to put Bath back in the lead. A brilliant play from Joel, it has to be said. Adam G got the points for finishing that one off and tapping it in with a poacher's goal.
Certainly. Watching that play from Timmy's perspective, there is nothing he could do about that situation. He can put himself as far back as he wants, but Joel has blasted that ball to the backboard, and Timmy just has to hope he reads that shot. Fantastic play from Bath to get them 1-0 ahead.
Yeah, and they're not done here yet either. Vex with another shot. Walden comes across to make the save. 2 pushing into the corner. Might be a slight overcommit, but Joel is back unless he gets bumped. He doesn't. Walden doesn't find it. Adam G with a big clear across. Vex might have a little bit of time here. Goes for the jump early, and then Walden backflips as well. A double commit for Bath, but Timmy is last man to get it clear, and Joel up off the ceiling. And Vex with a brilliant redirect. Couldn't quite finish it off, and Timmy gets it away just in time. But the attacking play from this Bath side is so entertaining to watch at the minute.
It really is. It seems like they found all of the secrets but behind Warwick's success, and they're using it against them. This offense from Bath is relentless, and Warwick, every time they move forward, it's tentative. They're just blasting the ball forward and hoping there's going to be a crack in the Bath defense, whereas Bath are seriously trying to find those gaps in Warwick's capabilities as a shot comes in from Adam G. I don't want to know the speed on that. That was incredible, but maybe a slight mistouch from Timmy there to set him up in the first place.
Yeah, Alice actually got bumped as well. I think it was by Walden, even one of their own players, which is very unfortunate. Adam's got most points in this game by a landslide, and yet all he's done is put 2 tap-ins, but you got to be there to finish it off. His teammates with the assist doing most of the work at this point, but he clears it off the backboard this time for his team, trying to get it upfield as well. He does beat Alice and Walden, and Timmy's forced to sweep it away into the path of Joel. Walden's last man back, gets it into the corner. Joel looking for a demo on that last man, doesn't find it, and Warwick have got some work to do now. They were under pressure last game, they're under pressure again. They did get some goals back in the end, and they've got 2 minutes 30 to do so here.
Warwick simply aren't connecting with each other at the moment. Every clearance is just conceding possession as Joel makes yet another clearance. Alice the Cat Whisperer looking to come forward now. Probably going to be met by Vex on the backboard, just about sneaks it past him. But Warwick really have to work together as a team if they want to look to put 2 goals on target.
Yeah, definitely. Joel's left last man as well to defend. Walden might have a chance here. Alice looking for disruption. Bumps gets one, but she can't take out both. And Vex gets the huge save as Timmy gets a demo as well onto Vex pretty quickly after. But Joel's forcing Walden to play it back towards his own net with some quick pressure, and that's going to fall straight to Vex, who can sweep it back up into the Warwick half, and Alice is then going to control it on the backboard, but Joel's waiting over on that left hand side to whip it back into the box. He is there again. Timmy and Walden both up. Can Vex cover across to the back? Just about stops Alice from doing anything serious with it. Walden with a huge shot on Vex makes a big save again. Warwick coming out with a little bit of pressure now, but I have to say Bath is still creating loads of chances, and they really look like they could get another one.
Yeah, Bath still absolutely rock solid at the moment. Every clearance Bath are anticipating. They are just waiting for the ball to fall in their arms before they start trying to create their own offensive plays. Joel looking to come forward now into the corner, plays the ball into the midfield, and yes, again, a double commit from Warwick, showing just how shaky they are going into this second game with 1 minute remaining.
Yeah, Vex is going to get that one clear though over Alice, and Timmy, last man back, going to take his time. Joel pushing forward. That's a poor clearance from Timmy into the middle. Joel's going to follow up. Walden just about gets a block in front of it. Alice up as well. Not the best contact, but it is over Adam G, and that's what matters. Gives them a bit of breathing room for Warwick, but Vex is not giving them much time at all. He comes flying in to slam it past Walden, and Adam G's up as well. It's exposed to the back. Joel is not back in time, but the ball's in the corner, which is going to buy Bath a bit of time. Vex nearly gets beaten out on the front. Alice drops down, and it goes in off the defender, just about. Nearly a save from Bath, but Alice gets the goal in the end, and they've got 33 seconds to find an equaliser.
Timmy did incredibly well to beat his man there, and just an open net for Alice to try and tuck home, and a fantastically placed shot means we've got a 1-goal game with 30 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Warwick might be able to get another goal if they keep pushing forward like they have done. Joel, Adam G's up though, trying to drop it down. That's a brilliant goal, and another assist from Joel, and just as we said, they might get back into it. Bath show their quality. It was a lucky pinch, I suppose, but he had the favour of it and did well with it, and he got it straight into the middle, and a brilliant goal from Bath.
Yeah, as you say, a very well-read 50-50 from Joel there. Adam swooping in to claim that open space and bury the nail in the coffin. Maybe they can even get one more after they gain possession off of this kickoff. Joel trying to hit the ball central, but yet again, Warwick just relying on their own solo performances to push the ball forwards.
Yeah, they're trying to get one more chance maybe, but scoring 2 with this little time is not looking likely. Joel plays it down only to Timmy, but he's not going to get a great touch across either, and Alice can't make contact. Falls straight to Vex's last man. He leaves it to drop to the floor. Of course he does, to get that game secured. And we talked about Warwick wanting to win this one, and probably would. Bath have come out and they're 2-0 up in this series.
Yeah, it's a remarkable performance so far from Bath. Definitely the best performance I've ever seen from them. There's been a lot of matchups that Bath haven't necessarily fared well with against teams of this caliber, but they're just breaking down this Warwick defense bit by bit. They're finding those gaps and they're utilizing them brilliantly. But now we have to look at Warwick and consider, why are they losing by such a large margin, and why are they struggling to get forward? And I think it's just a matter of them being so concerned about their own defense that there's just such limited opportunities moving upfield.
Yeah, Adam G did really well. He got 3 poachers goals, just finished them in for his hat-trick, but it's the way he sits upfield and kind of gives way for those passes from Vex and Joel to just, he allows them to work and create things, and wherever they put the ball towards the middle, he just seems to be there to slam it in, and it's worked phenomenally for them so far. Vex as well with 4 saves at the back. He did God's work in their defence, and really they've, like you said, probably the best performance I've ever seen from Bath. They're really showing what they're capable of, and they're making Warwick look a weak side, and honestly making quick work of them as the server goes down to maintenance again. Second time tonight. It was always going to happen, wasn't it, in the end? But yeah, match point from Bath. Hopefully that doesn't kill the momentum, but Warwick have got some work to do.
Yeah, going into this game 3, a lot of questions are going to be raised about if Warwick can actually make the comeback that they're so desperately expected to make, or at least they're expected to win the series for most people. But so far they're struggling to take a game as we wait for all the players to get back into the lobby. Hopefully
Yeah, I thought it would be a sweep, to be honest, but it didn't turn out that way. A quick score update for you, DC Titans. They did take a game off the UEA Blue Jays, but Blue Jays came back in game 4 to finish it off with a 1-0 victory. So they go through 3-1. So UEA Blue Jays, the A team, are the second team to get through to the EUR Summer 2020 group stage alongside Arctic Foxes. 2 spots left being contested right now. The winner of this game will play Darmstadt for that final spot as we wait for Warwick, I believe, to rejoin this match. Any final thoughts on these other teams? Psycho, who do you think's going through after? If Bath beat this team, do you think they can take down Darmstadt and get through?
I absolutely do. If they keep up the performances that they've displayed throughout this series, there's every hope that they can win it all and beat Darmstadt in the finals, the losers' finals, if you will, before the group stage. In the tournament, it's only classed as the losers' quarterfinals, but of course, after this series is done, the winner of the next one will be going through to the EUR Summer 2020 group stage, and I think it's all to play for whoever comes out on top of this series.
Yeah, we've got Warwick back in now then, so we can get going with game 3. Match point still in favour of Bath, then one more game and they can secure this one. If we get it underway, their teams are rejoining, and Warwick got some work to do. Like I said, we'll see if they can show the quality that we know they're capable of. They have been at times the better side as they were against UEA, but they've really struggled to get going against Bath. Vex playing it towards his own goal. Interesting play, but Joel gets it clear only as far as Walden dropping it mid. Timmy's up early for this one. Adam G with the pace on it, but Vex can't get a touch either. And the Bath looking a bit shaky at the defence at the first start to this game, but that should fall easily for Vex to get away.
Yeah, only 20 seconds gone so far in this game, and Bath have shown their shaky sides, if you will. A few unnecessary touches coming out from each of the players, but they're slowly getting back into their offensive form. Adam G looking to apply pressure in the corner. Alice the Cat Whisperer looks to mount a play into the middle. A pass goes to Timmy and a fantastic shot on target. Very difficult to defend for this Bath team.
Yeah, this is what we've been missing from Warwick all series. The brilliant pass over from Alice, dealing with Adam G, and then a brilliant finish from Timmy as well over the top of Joel. So much power on that, he was going to struggle to reach it. And they made quick work, didn't they, of that attack. And Warwick, that's going to give them some confidence, surely, because they've got at least 2 games to win just to get us to that game 5. So they're going to need a few more than just that one, but that is the positive start that they want to see. As Bath now looking to come the other way. Walden gets it clear to Timmy, who beats out Adam G as well very quickly. I didn't think he'd manage it. Vex upfield, is Joel there? Not quite, but he is in that left wing. Alice is going to play the ball to him, gets a shot away straight into the path of Alice, who's coming back the other way now as he tries to play the ball into midfield. Got no teammates in. Walden goes up. No touch from him as Vex tries to play it down. Timmy's last man. Can he beat the last player? A whiff from both players, but no back follow up from Bath.
Yeah. Warwick certainly showing their strengths. Now they're finally finding some form upfield. It's been the glimmer of hope we've been wanting to see this entire series. In the previous games, all the clears had just gone defended from Bath. Bath have been expecting the plays that they're pushing forward, but finally, Warwick are looking to connect. But as I say that, Bath coming forward yet again. Relentless pressure. It's going to be difficult for Timmy off the backboard as Joel tries to slot one home. And it's quite even with a 1-goal lead.
Definitely, it was a good save from Timmy though. I thought Joel might have the better of him with trying to drop it in, and again he makes a good save, blocking Vex's strike to keep the game in the lead for Warwick at the minute as they try to get more pressure now on the counter, but Joel quickly denies that one with a speedy block, collects the boost. Can he push forward past Walden, trying his best? It's going off the roof. Is Adam G there? He is. Talked about him being in the right position to drop them in. He was a bit too far away that time and the ball wasn't the best for him, but Vex is trying to play it back up to keep Bath on the attack once again. Joel pressuring Walden into mid. Vex has got a chance if he can get past one. just denied by Alice, the Cow Whisperer, and Adam G backflips to take the slow approach going forward.
Alice with a big clearance here. I think Warwick are just trying to make sure there's no gaps in their defense now. They don't want to concede unnecessarily, especially after the two games rather they've already conceded to this Bath side. The priority is definitely going to be solidity, with one goal going their way. Walden with a shot on target. Adam G with a fantastic save there, just about claws across his own net. And Bath just looking to escape their own half.
Yeah, it was a great shot from Walden, curling towards the top corner, but a good save as well equally, as Alice tries to get it mid. That's a huge flick up from Adam G, but is there a follow-up from Bath? Joel gets bumped by Alice, which is going to stop any chance of a follow-up. Adam G's clearance isn't the best, but Vex gets on top of it, as Alice plays it back up into the half of Bath as he plays it into the middle again, but there's no follow-up. Warwick opting for the defensive option with that 1-goal lead, not going for a cushion. Walden took his time to push it. Timmy looking for that backboard touch off the post, follows it up and slams it over two defenders, one on the front post, one in the net, to give them a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, it was a fantastic piece of decision making from Timmy there. I was convinced he was just going for that initial shot on target, but of course there was two Bath Salts players in defence ready to receive that shot, so he opted for the double touch instead where that space was granted, and it's pushed Warwick 2 goals ahead.
Yeah, Vex was looking for the quick reply as well, but didn't find it. Adam G nearly had a chance, but Walden was the closer of the two. Can they get a third on the counter? It's behind Adam G, right into the back of the net, and Walden's come out firing to help his team get 2 goals as they now go 3-0 up with 2 goals from Timmy as well, and Warwick finally showing what they're capable of.
Yeah, if there's a 1v1 situation you don't want to be in if you're Adam G, it's against Walden when Walden has boost and there's nobody else to help you out. Walden doing a fantastic job of using his space to bait a commitment forward from Adam and then flick it past him whilst he's caught off guard, and it just extends Warwick's lead that bit further.
Yeah, he gets a dunk over Adam there as well to put them on the attack, and Alice makes an aggressive turn to keep it up in their half. Walden with a big boom up, and Adam G's under pressure. Alice looking for the touch or the bump, but couldn't quite stop Adam G from saving it. Vex looking for pressure the other way. He plays it middle, but there's nobody there from Bath to help him out as Adam G tries to block Alice from scoring in the corner. Joel gets a whiff as well onto that, which is going to invite Walden dodging the demo. He does. He gets it back middle. Vex is left last man, but a brilliant read from Vex to keep his team still, I want to say, in this one, but you know, they've got 40 seconds left and 3 goals to find. It's not looking good.
Yeah, there's no way Bath are making a comeback from this game, but it's all about what they have to do to progress after this loss, because a 3-0 in a series you could potentially sweep is an unpleasant result. It's definitely going to unsettle their momentum and their motivation going into these next few games, as Joel makes a big whiff in defence there, incentivised by Alice's pass, and Timmy slots the 4th in.
Yeah, you just hope for Bath's sake that they don't continue this flow and it doesn't kill the momentum too much in game 4, because like you say, an easy goal for Timmy there off of that whiff from Joel, which we wouldn't expect from him, and Timmy gets a pretty easy hat-trick in the end. 13 seconds left. I can't see Bath even getting one back at this point. Apart from that was not a great ball middle from Timmy, trying to jinx what I said, but I think Warwick will get it away and get a 4-0 lead, even as you talked about 3-0, now 4, and that is going to shake up Bath a bit, surely.
Yeah, I think Bath have just tried to, well, they've slotted home one at least to make it 4-1, but I think they've, as a team, just ended up defending a little too hard. There's not been any follow-ups on their clearances as there was in previous games. I don't think there would have been half of the connected passes that they made in games 1 or 2 as Warwick take the 3rd game.
Yeah, definitely. Much better from Warwick. More like the Warwick we have come to expect. But Bath still obviously within that match point. Warwick have got work to do if they want to get the reverse sweep. They have the quality to do so. They are technically the better team on paper, and that's why we expected probably a sweep. But now they've got a long road back. But following that game, I'd say they've got the momentum to do so, and they look like the stronger side. But we'll see how if Bath can recover and play how they did in game 1 and 2, because they were really, really strong in those first 2 games.
Yeah, as we head into game 4, this is arguably the most important match of the series from both sides' perspectives. Warwick only needing 2 more games now, as opposed to a whole 3-game comeback. There's a shot just about flies onto the crossbar. Walden gets bumped up with the clearance from Timmy, as they scramble to get this ball out. Alice with another fantastic save, and the offense keeps coming from Bath, and that's more of what we want to see from them.
Yeah, Joel was trying to put some pressure on and disrupt the Warwick defence as well, but he didn't manage to get the bump away, and ultimately they just managed to get some saves as more bumps come out this time from Warwick's half, and they can't get the ball away at the minute. Vex with another chance across goal, nearly falling to Joel, but Walden gets it away. Pinches it though straight back to Adam G. Timmy gets the 50, but they might have a chance here on the counter if Alice can get over Vex, but he does not. Vex with a huge dunk to get it clear for his team, an important clearance and a shot as well. A follow-up onto the near post and finishes it and puts them back in the lead to continue the momentum they had earlier on in this series.
That is a fantastic shot from Vex, 124 kilometers per hour from the tightest of angles. Sinks it home by the near post, and I don't think there's anything Warwick could have done about that. That was relentless pressure from Bath, and finally Vex is able to tuck one home.
Yeah, Walden dribbles it out as well. We know how good he is as a ones player, and he's got that mechanical control. Timmy clears it out, but Joel is quickest up. Doesn't get the best touch though, drops it into mid, which invites Timmy to attack onto Vex in a 1v1. Timmy with a big flick. Joel just gets back to save it. Walden's up as well, but Vex with a bump up the rear of that Batmobile to stop him getting a shot on target as Joel follows up as well to win a 50 and keep pushing on for Bath, but Walden plays it back onto the backboard again. Vex gets it away, but Warwick coming back out with pressure. It's been like Bath in control for a bit, and now Warwick seemingly doing the exact same thing, so this game's a bit back and forth right now.
Oh, a big whiff from the Bath end there as the ball goes loose in their corner. One of these Bath players has to commit for this. It's going to be Vex, followed up by Adam G to the side. And I think they're just about going to get away with that piece of offense, just about being under their control.
Yeah, Warwick hit the bar twice though. You got to think they should have taken those chances, 2 shots that they couldn't convert, and it could come back to cost them later on in this game because Joel's giving more pressure for Bath again as Vex, and maybe a shot coming as well. 2 players, the double commit. Adam G might be there for the follow-up, not quite. Denied by Alice the cat, but Joel's not done yet. Drops it middle again. Walden with the clear this time onto Timmy, and a lovely flick as it pinches off the back of Joel and right down into the Bath defense.
Yeah, fortunately for Bath, this is a big turn of events from their previous game. They're finally keeping this rotational flow in defense going, and they're finding each other upfield after their initial clearances, and that is exactly what led them to such offensive dynasty in the previous games, as Vex makes an important save there. They're doing very well to stop these backboard plays happening from Warwick, and when they do, they seem to be defending them.
Yeah, they're holding on well, to be fair, and they've created a couple of good chances, but they might have another one here. Speaking of, Vex one-on-one with Walden, tries to fake out a ones player, but Adam G, of course, I've talked about him all series. Right place, right time, slots it in for another open net. I think that's his 4th open net of the night, but he's there to score it again, and the positioning of that man in offense just seems to be phenomenal. He's always in the right place.
Yeah, some would call it coincidence that he's following up on these shots, but he's doing a fantastic job of placing himself for the worst case scenario whenever that clear is made from Warwick, and he's just able to sweep up as a result of him not overextending and committing a little too hard. Adam G's playing a very, very good positional game.
Yeah, Warwick had most of the ball before that, but a quick counter, which is usually a goal we expect from Warwick, but Bath got it this time. Walden and Alice the cat still trying to work together to get one back for Warwick with just over a minute and a half left. Timmy looking for a shot on Alice, looking for the bump onto Vex, but he makes the save anyway, as Walden is now carrying it back towards his own net. Going to take it over the top, pinched off the roof. That's going to drop mid actually for Adam G, just over the top of him. Vex should have a comfortable clear as Adam G follows up to try and give more pressure to Bath, looking for that 3rd goal, and Warwick struggling to create chances now, and I'm not sure they're going to get 2 back at this point.
Yeah, they're beginning to take a few more risks as they move upfield now with 1:16 on the clock. I'm assuming there's a bit of desperation inside the minds of these Warwick players now as Alice tries to outdo 2 players at the same time. Timmy with the shot. It's going to be easily cleared up from Adam G on this occasion, but Warwick still applying the pressure into the box from Walden, not quite converted. Yeah,
they're keeping the pressure on though. Alice putting it mid again. Joel is on the backboard this time, and Vex has actually bumped Adam G, a team bump in his own goal. Not what you want to see, as Warwick are looking for that goal, and they'll happily watch that as they keep the pressure on. Alice though gets beaten the 50 by Vex. Walden pushing through, loses out to Adam G, who's pushing on, but the ball's going to go straight back into the Bath half, and Joel's going to have to defend this one from Timmy. Does so. Joel with a lovely double touch pinch to get it clear. Alice is up to try and finish it off. Vex on the backboard.
Oh, it's a whiff.
Adam in the net, and it's a whiff, and Walden slots it in right in the opposite side of the net to give them a chance with 20 seconds left.
30 seconds on the clock for Bath Salts. Adam G just caught in the wrong position. He pushed up far too closely to try and follow up that initial hit, which didn't actually amount. And it's going to be 30 seconds left for Warwick to claim their second goal in the game.
Yeah, they've got a second just like that. My bad, I read the 2 as a 3, thought it was 20 seconds, was 30, but they didn't even need 20. They got it in 4. Timmy with a counter-attack, Alice with the demo from that kickoff and straight into the back of the Bath defense, and they've got to be really pissed off now and unfortunate, excuse my language, but that's not going to settle them. They're not going to want to be down in this game. We know how important this one is.
Joel with a 1v1 situation here, trying to beat out Walden. That's a difficult man to beat in defense. As it comes to Vex, he's outsped Walden, but Timmy looking to make the counter attack with 10 seconds remaining. Joel just about holds on in defense, makes that ever so important clearance, and a shot on target from Adam, followed up by Vex. Almost going to amount into a Bath goal. But with 0 seconds left on the clock, it's heading into overtime.
Yeah, you can't help but think if Bath don't get the chance to finish this off and put it to bed, that when the reverse sweep starts happening, it's difficult to defend it in the game 5. They want to take this one and finish it off, but Warwick coming out strong again. Alice gets the ball into the box for being demoed. Walden with a shot. Joel can't make it up. And I talked about that game 5. We're going to get it. Warwick get the goal to get them back into the series, and Walden slammed it in with a powerful shot straight down the middle.
Oh, Joel was ever so close to making that save, but credit due to Walden for that fantastic finish. 123 kilometers per hour, and somehow Warwick have clawed back this game to make it a game 5.
Yeah, they have the quality, don't they? But I don't know if they deserved it. I mean, they had 15 shots, but obviously Bath pulled out 11 out the bag as well. Plenty of shots for both teams and loads of saves as well. We got 10 saves for Bath and 8 saves for Warwick too. But yeah, I'm disappointed for Bath. They created a lot of chances, and being probably the underdog, it would have been nice to see them finish it off, because I feel like they're up against it now going into this game 5 after losing 2 in a row. But you never know, they came out strong in this one, and we'll see if they can do it again next game.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate loss for Bath. Sadly, 2 of the goals that were scored there, aside from that last one from Walden, 123 kilometers per hour, that was pretty much undefendable. But the other 2 were individual mistakes coming from the Bath end. And honestly, I think that's a positive thing to look at. If these were team mistakes being made with a minute left, there wouldn't be any hope left in these Bath Salts players' minds. But I think there is something they can do to claw back this game 5 against Warwick.
Absolutely, as the server goes down for maintenance again. It was fine at the start, wasn't it? But the last couple of games, it keeps going down. So we're going to have to set this one back up if you could hop out of the game, Psycho. And we'll get back in, hopefully, for game 5. We'll get a connection timeout. Rocket League servers might be struggling a bit. But it depends if Bath's attack can continue firing or if Warwick will ultimately shut them down. I think, for me, Warwick might have the favour now. But Bath's play is still enjoyable to watch, and I wouldn't count them out just yet.
Yeah, I think Warwick will be looking to take this last game. They have the momentum in their favour, and that is a heartbreaking loss for Bath Salts. But 2 of the goals they conceded in that final game were just last-man positioning issues. It was typical panic with only a few minutes remaining. Adam G just crept off his line twice and exposed those open nets for Warwick to pounce on. And hopefully he can resolve those issues that were haunting him in that previous game.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully he can get back to scoring ways as we come into game 5 then. Have this series between Bath Salts and Warwick. Can Joel's boys finish the job, or is it Timmy and Walden that are going to take the lead alongside Alice to get through to the last round? Alice then gets it clear, only as far as Vex. He's going to look for Joel, who's in the box, and Joel does get up as a pinch off Walden. Redirected from Alice, and apparently going in, it was saved away in the end by Alice, who was looking to create a chance going forward, but ended up putting it off target. Disappointing for Warwick. Walden won't be happy about that one, but Bath got a chance to counter-attack now, maybe with Vex. Got Adam G up in support. Pass was decent, but the touch in the end not the best as Warwick come out firing, and the ball is ping-ponging. We've got an end-to-end exciting game coming out in this first minute. Adam G with a shot over the bar. Last chance for Vex, and a huge save from Alice.
That was an important save from Alice there to save the least as Vex relieves the pressure with the demo. Walden with a shot on target. Joel tips it to the ceiling. That's a difficult position to defend from, but nonetheless, Bath Salts are holding on. This ball being travelled across by Vex straight to Joel. Joel straight back into the middle. That's a risky touch as Walden strikes towards net, and it's anyone's game.
Definitely Alice the Cat still keeping the pressure up for Warwick. Walden gets beat out by Adam G. Is he going to get that goal he's been looking for? But it just don't go into the corner. And the attack piddles out for now, but they're still trying to keep it on. Joel's there again to follow up. Can he beat Alice the Cat? Not quite. Adam G gets beat out as well, and Vex is left all alone to defend this one. Does put it into the corner. Will buy his Bath teammates some time. Timmy with a shot on pretty lightly in the end, not going to cause any trouble. As Adam G gets a big flip, trying to find it middle. Another touch. Is there a Bath player to follow up? Joel decides against it and turns out to help Vex in the defence.
Yeah, that was a really smart decision from Joel there. There's no need to overcommit in such a sketchy looking scenario. So he just backed off and let the Warwick defence play the ball straight to him. This Warwick team is known for just clearing the ball into nothingness, and Bath are finally positioning themselves to make the most of those situations.
Yeah, Walden gets it clear towards the left-hand side, but only as far as Adam G's touched it back towards his own net. I don't think he intended that. Joel sweeps it up though, and Adam G's there again on that right-hand side. Can he get a shot away? He goes for the pass instead, but it's overhit towards Vex. He can maybe get it back into middle. Alice there on the front post again to block it. Joel's up for this one. Not going to get the double, it's too fast, but Adam there just puts it wide off of the 50, back into the middle, and no finish comes to avail for Bath's attack that time.
Alice the Cat Whisperer moving forward now with the shot. The demo attempt from Timmy was smart, but unsuccessful ultimately. A pinch from Adam G is going to end up in the bottom left-hand corner. And we're having a similar scenario to what Warwick had earlier, with their relatively lucky dunk from Adam G there, and Warwick just giving away a goal.
Yeah, I think Walden scored an absolutely identical goal earlier in the series against UEA, but Adam has got another one for the score sheet, and he's been getting plenty this series, banging them in for fun at the minute. Even though it might be a bit fortunate with that one, Walden trying to carry it out for Warwick under pressure from Joel, who gets a block, but it still goes towards the Bath half. Alice out and does well to control it on the ground as well, as Joel gets the block this time. Beaten over by Walden, Vex is up, beats out Timmy, and Adam G can push onto this one. Joel going as well, gets it off of the wall. Can it go middle though? Walden going to meet out, beats it first. Vex trying to get it back over, redirects towards his own net under a bit of pressure. Walden doesn't get the follow-up though, and Joel gets it into the corner into safety for now.
Adam G rattles it across the side back to Joel, as Joel's looking to create some pressure going forward. A really poor touch from Walden there. It's going to leave Adam G with an almost open net, but he just hits it to the side. That's actually on target. Joel is going to have to mop up this touch. And now Barcel's looking to move forward.
Yeah, pushing forward now. Joel, he's got a chance here against Walden. Walden makes the save and beats him out. Vex still ploughing it forward. The pressure is not ending for Bath. They're looking like they did in the earlier games in the series. Timmy forced to make a poor save. It drops just under Vex as well. Walden maybe with a counter. Joel gets across to cover it with his shirt and tie just in time. In orderly fashion, Vex gets the 50 with Alice as he pushes back into the Bath half then. Alice looking for a bump onto Adam. He gets it only as far as Vex as they play it downfield, looking for a quick counter. Alice on that front post again. He's always the man there to block the Bath attack. First man on the front post, never gets beaten usually. Although they have conceded this game as they try and get a goal with a minute left.
Unlike the previous game, Bath are going into this last few minutes with confidence. They're actually committing themselves for everything they need to, regardless of difficulty, and they're usually connecting as a result of it. Bath Salts clawing on with 48 seconds remaining, even if Warwick are looking to create their own offensive pressure. Vex hitting the ball to the backboard now. It's just going to drop down in favour of Warwick as Timmy makes a clearance. With a risky touch, but he's just about beaten the first man. 30 seconds on the clock. Can Warwick make the comeback?
Yeah, can Bath hold on? We've seen them drop it last game. Joel with a shot over the top of Walden. I don't think Walden was expecting that one. It landed right onto the top of Joel's car on the front bumper as Timmy missed it, and it's banged straight over the top of a landing Walden, who can't recover to save that one. And that's surely going to seal the deal for Bath in this one.
Oh, that's heartbreak for Timmy. He's just whiffed it, and Joel is there to clean up. He hung about upfield instead of taking that direct rotation back, just in case Timmy made that miss, and he did. And it's an important goal for Bath, which surely is going to cement their 2-0 victory in this Game 5.
Yeah, Timmy not trying to make it happen just yet, though. Alice tries to drop it back mid to him, but it's not the best pass. Walden onto the backboard. Is there a follow-up? Joel misses the touch. Alice misses the touch. Walden plays it to the corner, but Vex is going to get it clear. And Bath are going to get to that loser's final match against Darmstadt to get that spot in EUR Summer 2020. And unfortunate for Warwick, they nearly had the reverse sweep on. They got 2 games back, and then to lose in the Game 5 is really unfortunate.
Yeah, congratulations to Bath Salts. They were definitely the underdogs coming into this game. And all credit to them for their performance in the games that they did win. Even in the performances where they lost, they showed their qualities, and it was simply individual mistakes which led to the goals they conceded. So overall, an incredibly promising performance from the Bath Salts, and we can only hope they display similar quality going into this losers quarter-final, which they'll be playing against Darmstadt Donuts.
Yeah, and the other losers semi-final, the two teams left, Durham Defenders actually came out with a 3-0 sweep onto the Staffs to get themselves in that final game. So Durham Defenders are now running all the way to that final game to take on the Irish team of DCU Titans for that final spot in EUR Summer. We'll be bringing that game to you very shortly in a couple of minutes. So stay tuned for the last game of the night as we see whether Durham make it through or previous Irish champions.
When they say I'm a machine gun, I take it as a compliment. Honey, you should know I can be a weapon. I can be a weapon.
Welcome back, guys. We've got the final game. It's our final losers bracket match. Darmstadt will take on Bath after that victory against Warwick, but we're not casting that one. It's the other losers game between the DCU Titans and the Durham Defenders. Durham have managed to just sweep the Staffordshire Stampede 3-0, which is a crazy result for them, and I'm sure that'll give them some momentum going into this one. But of course, against a really tough Irish side in DCU Titans that we saw earlier also take down Staff Stampede. So both teams beating the Staffs, but who will beat the other? We'll wait and see. Once again, Psycho is with me for the last game of the night, and I think Durham have got a bit of a mountain to climb in this one. Psycho, what do you think?
They do, but they've had some previous mountains to climb and they've conquered them. They actually won 2-1 against the Loughborough Lions earlier in winners round 2, which was certainly an unexpected result for them. And moving forward, we see their victory, their sweep against Staffordshire, and Staffordshire is certainly not a roster to be messed with. Very aggressive side, and they did well to sweep that result. And I think these DCU boys are also of similar nature. They're quite aggressive players as individuals, and they rely on a lot of individual mechanical abilities to outperform their opponents, but we'll have to see if that's the case in this matchup.
Absolutely. We know Mordecia's got some mechanics up his sleeve as well for Durham, but it depends if Zouch and Champs how much they can impact the game and help out their main player, shall we say. But I mean, they've got a chance. Of course, DCU are a very formidable Irish team, but Durham have shown that today they've probably overachieved in this bracket, and so they might be on really good form and they might come out firing against the Titans. We'll wait and see, but I think we should get into this one. Once again, these teams have been waiting a while. The stream is usually slightly behind on the rest of the bracket as we get into our final game of the night for our third spot, because the other one's still being contested in that EUR summer group stage. As we get onto it early, as Damoxon beats our HT champ straight to Mordacia, though, who's looking to get on the goal scoring sheet early. And Damox gets it clear and pops it up. Is he going all the way, trying to find a goal for DC Titans? Mordacia, though, fine off the end of a pass from Zouch, and they're trying to get something forward, Durham, but it's not going to happen at the minute, and straight away the Titans are coming out firing.
Yeah, scrappy play so far from both teams, but that's completely to be expected. With less than 30 seconds into the final series of the day, these players have been waiting a while to get started. Zouch whacking a ball straight against the crossbar, bouncing back to Demox, who pinches it, somehow near going to target, but saved by Mordacia. And actually, they're going to find a goal from this situation. Both players from the defense just overextending on that one, and Arctic managing to get the first goal.
Yeah, Zouch pre-jumped the save, didn't he? It just slipped underneath him. He'll be gutted he didn't score at the other end after rocketed that ball into the bar. It was a really powerful shot, but a little bit too close to the net to keep it down. HT Champs, as he tries to control it, he's gone for a bump onto Arctic. Zouch might get a chance here, and just denied by Damox in the end, as Mordacia's left last man to play it upfield. He's got an open net going towards us. He comes across again to save it. We talked about this man earlier. He got a hat-trick in that first game against Staffs, and he's doing well again for DCU Titans, despite struggling with a bit of ping, actually. They're going forward again. Durham have got to do some work. HT Champs is up, gets the clear, but they're still under pressure as they're running the backboard to cover. Zouch is up, gets it away just in time. Can Mordacia take his time? He's under pressure, beaten to the ball, but he does get a 50 through, and Arctic quickly sweeps it away to deny Durham any kind of pressure going forward. And once again, they might have a chance here. They're going to drop it in off the ball, not quite, and Mordacia gets it away to stop them going 2-0 down.
Yeah, that was a scrappy piece of defense from Durham there, but sadly for the Irish lads, they're not quite able to capitalise on that backboard touch. It's 1-0 for the Irish players thus far, but HT Champs looking to convert himself, as they're now heading back to their own half. Zouch with the shot. Arctic just about managed to make a save, and they're coming forward now.
Yeah, Zouch had a couple of decent shots, but hasn't converted just yet. Mordacia's pass isn't going to go any further than a DC Titans player. Mordacia playing onto the wall, but he needs a teammate up, and Zouch is going to get beaten out by Arctic, who's just slammed it in and read that one really quickly. A brilliant read. He was up quick and he slammed it home.
And that is a fantastic shot from Arctic. He had lots of space to capitalise with, and boy is that a shot to make a statement. 2 minutes 50 left on the clock, and the DCU Titans are in the lead.
Yeah, it's going somewhat as we expected so far, but Durham's, they've got to show some passion. They're one game away from the EUR group stage. They're just got to take down these Irish boys, although seemingly more of a difficult challenge than what we can say. Zouch trying to get it middle. It's going to bounce off the roof, actually. Champs is there, but denied again by the Titans as Mordacia tries to keep it in the half and on the offense. But can he do anything here? He's got no players in the midfield directly, and that's not going to help out as DCU Titans trying to come the other way now with a counter-attack. Yeah,
sadly for Durham, they're finding themselves in these difficult situations as a result of Slightly over-aggressive rotations in the opposing end. Mordicia looking for a double touch here. Demox will easily clear that one away. HT Champs knocking it into the middle for Demox. Not quite the centre he wanted to make. But yet again, DCU just holding their ground.
Yeah, they've taken a little bit of pressure at times, but they hold solid. Zouch, though, with a chance from that pass from Mordacia. Mordacia having another try, but it's saved in the end by Oweo, or however you pronounce his name. I always get mixed up. Demox is going forward. He's going to see if he can drop this one in. Not quite on the backboard as Oweo comes forward again towards HT Champs on the backboard. And the pressure coming out once again for DCU Titans pushing forward into Durham, and Durham under all kinds of pressure.
Yeah, Durham are going to have to get ever more desperate as the clock is ticking down. The first game is always important in a best of 5 just to continue your momentum from previous wins, but going 1-0 down without scoring is going to be difficult. But now they're 3-0 down as Arctic scores a third.
Yeah, Oreo nearly got the block, didn't he? Just put Mordacia under some pressure, wasn't the best clear. And Arctic completes his hat-trick within 5 shots. And with just over a minute left, I think the Titans are fully in control of this game, and Zouch failed to hit the 100-point mark, unfortunately, with just a minute left, and Durham defenders, unsurprisingly, up against it in what is a really good Irish side, and still looking for more. But Mordacia's going to come the other way in that Fennec. He's got a chance off this backboard. It's not read properly by the defence. Champs gets just about denied, and Zouch is a little bit further up the field than probably he should be, looking for that goal. There might be a counter here. Arctic drops it mid. Is there a follow-up from the Titans? Not quite. Zouch plays it only as far as a DCU Titans player, and the pressure just keeps on coming, Psycho, and these Titans team are looking to outclass defenders massively.
Yes, certainly. This Durham side is really going to have to solidify their efforts as a team. They're going to look to have to support each other with their plays, moving forward, moving backwards even. The rotation's very aggressive, but the plays just aren't being made as a team. And DCU Titans have just capitalised on the acres of land they've been presented by this Durham side.
Yeah, Oreo finds Arctic in mid. He was looking for a read off of that touch into the corner. Didn't quite get the shot away in the end, as Demox is going to carry it out, but he gets a touch up, which is going to play into HT Champs' favour, but straight away cleared again by DCU. Mordacia's touch isn't the best. Maybe one last chance. Nearly faked out, but his teammate came in, which distracted him. And they're not going to get a final goal, I don't think, here, Durham. It's pretty much in the control of Titans, and they will take it 3-0 into the game 1.
Yeah, very convincing performance from the DCU Titans. That's exactly what we would expect from them. Arctic scoring all 3, and very well placed, very powerful shots they were, which gave his team that extra edge. Durham, they're going to be asking themselves some questions. What can they do to beat this team? If they keep getting loops into the cycle of over-aggressing on offense, it's certainly not going to do them any favours. So they're going to have to make some changes to take this second game.
Yeah, they had some chances though, didn't they? A couple of shots in front of the net. If Zouch had been a little more clinical and kept the ball down on a couple of occasions, they could have found themselves easily still in that game, but unfortunately didn't quite convert on the slight bit of mishap at the back for the Titans, and Titans had probably some of the more difficult chances, but slotted them away anyway, and showed their individual mechanical quality like you alluded to at the start of the game. As we get into this one, Arctic beaten out, and he just fell a bit on that kickoff and managed to spin himself round. The ball goes right across the net, but Mordacia was not there until it reached the corner. HT Champs following up quickly, a double commit for the DCU Titans. Can Zouch and Champs capitalise? Not quite, as Demox gets control and gets it cleared away on the wall.
Sadly for the Durham boy, this might be an opportunity actually for Zouch. It was well capitalised. I'm not sure quite what happened to the DCU defence there. Both Oreo and Demox committed, looked to pinch off of Zouch and Oreo, and Zouch able to make that shot off the backboard.
Yeah, that pinch definitely went in Zouch's favour, didn't it? And the last player, I think it was Arctic, didn't have the best time in net. Zouch slotted it away. I talked about him taking the chances. He's done so here with his first shot, which is exactly what Durham needed. Zouch up in the air. Is he going to try and get the ball mids for another one of his teammates to score now? Instead, not quite, denied, as Demox is going to carry it out. He's in the air, he's dribbling it. He's lost control though, the ball's behind him. Mordacia sweeps it away from both in a one-on-one. He was trying to come over and help his teammate, but Arctic makes the save. As Zouch is not done yet, looking for a second, trying to fake out. He needs help from teammates though, and Champs and Mordacia are going to have to drop back to get on the defence and stop DCU Titans getting a counter-attack.
Yeah, it's looking more promising for Durham now. They're really sustaining offense in the DCU half. The question remains, are they going to be able to hold it together on defense as they overextend again? D-Mox looking to make a solo play. Zouch just about able to deal with it, but that was a situation they definitely could have avoided putting themselves in the first place, as they all try and rotate back to maintain solidity of this defense.
Yeah, agreed, but I think Zouch did well to recover it in the end and make sure that they didn't concede, as D-Mox is bumping Mordacia in the back of the net. He's going to go the whole way across the goal line, and D-Mox's backflip was not enough to finish the job and make it level. Arctic's under a bit of pressure here from Zouch and HT Champs. If Zouch can put it into the midfield, he can't. And Mordacia pinging it off the wall. Champs as they're in the corner waiting, pings it on target even.
Shot.
Oh, and that's a poor save. The backpedaling car of EUR can't keep it out, and straight into the back of the net, unfortunately for the Titans.
That's a very unexpected finish from HT Champs there. He didn't bother to put a jump, not a flip. He didn't bother with anything. He just drove the ball into the top left-hand corner. A shot that perhaps DCU weren't expecting, and it's going to push Durham to an unexpected 2-0 lead in this game too.
Yeah, D-Mox gets it clear. Arctic is there, but there's no follow-up in the corner. Mordacia should have the better of this one. He does. Straight down towards Oreo again, who loses the 50 to Mordacia, and Mordacia's still going. He's persistent, getting on the ball into the face of all three players. Champs is up, does beat the player of Arctic now as they're on the offense again. A lovely flick onto the backboard. Is there a follow-up? Oreo's looking for a bump, but Zouch gets it clear up the wall. And Durham are holding on strong at the minute. The defense is looking so much better than it did in the previous game. DCU Titans then trying to get rid of the ball. Mordacia with a shot on from Zouch into the middle. Mordacia passed it over to Zouch, and Mordacia with a brilliant pass. Oh, it was HG Champs in the end actually. Mordacia with the previous hit. Zouch slammed it into the top corner over Oreo, who didn't look to recover very well from the previous attempt, and he didn't make a save on that poor run out of boost. And Durham's 3-0 up in this game somehow. And I don't know where we're going to go from here. See if Durham can keep putting the pressure on as they are doing. DCU Titans looking in trouble. Mordacia with another shot, trying to finish it off. Maybe a chance for Arctic here, but a double commit with D-Mox as well from the Titans, as Oreo misses a chance, and Zouch might have an open net. Not quite, denied by D-Mox this time. But the game is all Durham defenders at the minute. So many chances created and still not a shot on target for the DCU Titans. Durham still trying to get clear the ball. Zouch plays it downfield. Can he get rid of it? Plays it up only as far. Arctic trying to take control, but the pressure from Mordacia is too much. Arctic drops it towards HT Champs. It's just off the post. Plays it across goal. Mordacia can't finish it off the post again. All three Durham players right under the ball. And the shot is saved by Arctic. And they're still looking for a fourth goal. They're not done, despite all the efforts that they've had and the 3-goal lead that they've got. Mordacia coming forward again, but they did nearly concede at the other end for a second there, Durham, but it's not holding them back. Zouch pass into mid. Mordacia not quite there this time as D-Mox gets it clear up towards Arctic, who's going to play the ball over the top. Zouch gets beaten out on the goal line. Not quite. Mordacia is there to help him out. Mordacia trying to find it mid again. Has he got a teammate in the box? Champs is there, drops it down. Durham get a fourth goal, and they are all over the DCU Titans, who look out of shape at the back and going forward. And Durham defenders are really, really taking control of this game at the moment. Durham 4 goals to the good now, and there's only a minute 15 left. DCU Titans are completely out of this one, and it looks like they're going to have to regroup and just get ready for game 3, because I can't see them getting 4 goals in such a short space of time. Mordacia looking for another chance. Nobody's going up. D-Mox has nearly let that one go in before being helped out by his team, and nearly a 5th goal for Durham. D-Mox looking for a chance here, pops it up, it's behind Zouch. Is there a teammate to cover? And it's been slammed off the post by Arctic, still not managing to get the ball in the net. Away by Champs towards Zouch with a backflip. D-Mox back into the box again. Can they get a goal? DCU still over the bar, and they're still not finishing these chances. A counter-attack maybe for Mordacia or Zouch. Don't know what to say here. Durham are just been the better side throughout this game. Durham keeping on the attack. HT Champs and Mordacia working together well. Mordacia plays it towards mid. It's on the goal line. Arctic gets it away just in time with 20 seconds left. It's ticking down, ticking down. Not going to create another chance, it looks like, as Oreo still not getting it into the middle. D-Mox with a last shot. Is it going to hit the back bottom corner? Not quite. away again by Durham, and this defence has been solid. Demox hit the bar from close range, Mordacia gets it away, and what a performance this has been from Durham against a team that should on paper be absolutely outclassing them. They came out firing here, nearly getting a 5th if not for the timer ending.
Yeah, my internet has finally returned after that almighty break there. Thank you, Astral, for covering me in that period of time. But very relieved to see that Durham have taken this game by such a convincing margin. 4-0 is definitely a result that makes a statement in this series. DCU not up to scratch, it seems, in this match. Obviously, I didn't watch much of it myself, but they're right back into this series.
Yeah, I think DCU are not up to scratch. It's probably an understatement, to be honest. You see 12 shots from Durham to just 4 from DCU. Apart from that last 30 seconds or so, DCU looked completely out of it, lacking chances. And Durham were just solid at the back even when they did create. But a fantastic attack and a brilliant game from Durham to show that they have the quality to see off this series if they can continue the way they played. See if they can get another game going in the same format and same fashion as they did last time out. Zouch not with a favourable touch towards Oreo, who's going to drop it over early, and that's not the best start as Titans are straight into the lead with just 5 seconds in.
Yeah, sadly, Zouch with a mistouch there. It just rattles straight back into the middle for Oreo, who just about slots it home. But it's a sloppy start and a desperate clear attempt from Zouch. Hopefully they can get back into this game rolling in the form that they were.
Yeah, it looks to be that was the start they needed to build their confidence back up, but that's a poor pass across the front of goal, I think from D-Box, and Mordacia's gone. Where's that going? I'm going to have that if a teammate on the DCU team's not going to do so. It's actually Oreo who's played it across. Mordacia's slammed it home, and that's probably the easiest goal that he'll score all day.
Yeah, easy goal for easy goal. Proves the two teams are still testing each other out, but they're also testing their own defences with their own mistakes, sadly. And as we enter the next period of play, hopefully we can see a bit more solidity from both teams. Arctic just looking to make a clearance by himself here. HT Champs does it for him. Oreo looking to put a shot on net, doesn't quite make it work. And now we've got Durham back on offense.
Yeah, and I think it's going straight in, not quite off the post and up. Mordacia, I think, thought it had gone in, just like myself. It didn't quite do so, and in not going for it, it's actually ended up not in. He's got another chance here. If he can get a bump onto Arctic, not quite. He just gets the save this time. And Durham are still firing. There's one shot for DCU Titans, which was that early goal. And since then, it's been all Durham going forward. But a chance here. Demox plays it to Arctic, but an easy save from Zouch. You just get bumped afterwards. Arctic probably in frustration. They didn't make a better shot of that one. And again, Durham coming forward and looking like they've got quality.
Oreo trying to make a solo clearance attempt, brings it forwards for the Blues. HT Champs with an almost important interception there. Mordacia trying to use this space to create some sort of attack, throws it into the middle. Durham just continuing their offensive pressure as Demox makes a clearance to Arctic, almost a shot on target, blocked away by Mordacia.
Yeah, you got to say as well, a brilliant block from Mordacia to keep that one from being 1 goal down, but it's going to go back the other way now and give him a chance in the offensive half. It's going to fall to HT Champs. Can he get it mid to one of his Durham teammates? Not this time. He doesn't make any contact on it. It's going to do much good as Zouch gets forward, but Champs and Mordacia have double committed. Champs pinched over the top, and Demox going to try and get it away. He does over the top of one. Arctic's there. Can he get a redirect? Zouch gets a massive save to keep that one out onto the post. Got to say, a brilliant effort from him in the net to keep this game level, but DCU finally showing a bit of quality in what they're made of as they're starting to create some good chances.
Yeah, as you said, that was a fantastic save from Zouch, and now a fantastic shot from Mordacia. Not entirely sure what happened for the DCU defense here, but Mordacia capitalizing on that open space granted in the DCU defense and slots it into the top right-hand corner with quite some power, putting Durham up in this game 3.
Yeah, it looks like Oreo just committed a bit too far forward, and Arctic went for boost instead. He probably thought Oreo had it covered, and he didn't. Zouch trying to carry it all the way by himself. Mordacia is up in the midfield with a shot away. Saved by Arctic. Demox trying to play it downfield. Oreo's side flipped, and he's giving it away to Zouch, who's got a chance. Can he put it mid? Not the best touch. Mordacia's up, beating out by Oreo, and Arctic's got a little bit of time now to play it up the ball, but he leaves it for the boost, which is an interesting play and gives chance the time to counter with Zouch up in the middle, who gets beaten out by Arctic, but Demox can't find that last touch to complete the counter attack as Durham are trying to work the ball back out of their half now.
Still plenty of time for the DCU Titans to make a comeback in this game. Last game really wasn't as forgiving as this, and they've still got plenty of time left on the clock to amount their own offense. Mordisia again with a fantastic clearance, a demo from Arctic. Clears some of the Durham defense, but that's completely unnecessary when DCU Titans are trying to defend themselves.
Yeah, and Demox is trying to do it, but he's making it a bit overcomplicated in the corner, not getting the best touch on any of it. It's an easy save for Mordisia, despite being an epic one as he picked it off the line. And it's a counter-attack. It's flicked all over the players, and it's a bounce off the post, and he'll drop that one in. Where is the DCU Titans defense? There's nobody to be found. Only Demox was back, and it's straight over his head. Nobody home, and a hat-trick for Mordisia.
Yeah, Mordisia's had some fantastic vision there. He spotted the last man, was pushing out of his supposed position, and Demox just overextending on that clearance. It was a desperate attempt, possibly a 10-second play, let alone a 1-minute 30 play, and it's just going to make the job of making a comeback even more challenging. But as I say, that ball floats across the top for Demox, who slots home a second.
Yeah, I don't think we're just done yet with this one. It was a double commit in the corner from Zouch and Mordisia, and DCU Titans will happily capitalise on that. The ball rolls past both of them within a goal once again, but can the Titans make use of it? 5 shots to 6, all 6 shots on Durham defenders' side at the hands of Mordisia. 3 of them hit in the back of the net, of course. See if they can create something going forward again and get a 4th goal. HT Champs not quite getting the best of it there. Zouch is in a bit of trouble here under pressure from Arctic, but Mordisia takes his time below, carries it away. Not quite over Orweo though, and DCU Titans are looking to create a bit of pressure again. They need that final goal, a pass across the midfield, but Arctic's shot is not the most convincing, and it's off target, and follow up by Orweo also the same, as is Demox, and the shot's just not hitting the target at the minute for DCU Titans.
Yeah, they're not able to convert the chances. They're giving themselves some promising infield passing plays and general offense coming forward from DCU Titans. Finally, Arctic once again trying to find a player to the far right, but Oreo used his wits and just stayed back to make sure nothing bad happened in the other end. But DCU Titans still keeping the offense flowing. Arctic with an opportunity now, blocked away by Mordisia. HT Champs relieving the pressure once again.
Yeah, and he's pre-jumped that one, trying to get it into the middle, but the bounce has not been favourable for him. Demox trying to find Arctic down the field. Arctic nearly up for this one. Doesn't quite get a touch as Mordisia tips it onto the bar. HT Champs with a huge block as well to stop another chance coming in from Oreo. There's now Arctic's last man. He's got 9 seconds. He's played it upfield. Is somebody there? Demox misses the contact. Can Zouch play a bit of time in the corner? Arctic puts it middle. It's a shot on. It's a big save from Champs. A last chance for Demox. Maybe Oreo's up as well, but Mordisia beats out both. Another chance coming in for Arctic. Drops down to the floor, and Durham take game 3.
Another unexpected situation for today. Today's results have been full of surprises, but Durham are going to match point after taking the second game in the series. Mordisia with a fantastic performance on paper, none of his teammates even putting a shot on target, but Mordisia with 6 shots converts half of them, and DCU Titans have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, he's absolutely done a job there, hasn't he, on DCU Titans? And they had chances, DCU Titans. They weren't as poor as the previous game, although they did show signs of similar play at the back at times. But they've got, like you said, some work to do now. They've got to get 2 games back to back, and following that last performance, it's not going to be easy for them, because Durham have got that momentum and probably confident, especially Mordisia. He's stepping up big time for his team. And Durham, yeah, 1 win away from an EUR Summer 2020 group stage spot. Let's see what Zouch can do as he plays it forward. It's actually an open net in the DCU Titans half. Arctic just makes the save, because Oreo trying to carry it away in the corner now. HT Champs didn't get the best mid, and Zouch is back. Can he get this read on the backboard? He does so, only as far as Demox creates a chance, plays it into mid though, and Arctic has to go for a bit of a risky pass to try and cover it off, because it was a bit behind him, but he did well with it in the end. And Durham looking under pressure again, but they did get it over with a pinch going towards the bottom corner. We've seen those goals, 2 of them tonight, nearly had a 3rd one.
That was ever so close. Another unfortunate 50 for DCU, but well played from Durham as he's actually converted. I never thought he was going to score that angle, but a ball comes to the backboard and Zouch just about slots it home. No idea how Mordisia managed to get that touch forward, but incredibly well played, and some tenacious Durham offense coming forwards.
Yeah, he seemed to jump and tilt his car down, and he just sort of hit it with his spoiler on the back of that Fennec right over the top of the DCU Titans players, but it went straight to Zouch, who's got another chance now. He flicks brilliantly off the bar. Can Mordisia finish? No, and Champs can't beat out Arctic. and a wasted chance for Durham defenders to get themselves 2-0 in the lead. The Titans trying to come the other way with a quick counter. Zouch makes the save, and it's all Zouch at the minute for Durham as he's trying to hold on. Another big save there as well, coming across the field, and again he gets it clear for his team, and he is stepping up and holding this firm for Durham defenders.
Yeah, DCU still creeping a little further than necessary, and these 50-50s are always in Durham's favour, constantly rattling this DCU defence, and they're holding on with their defence. As scrappy as it may be at times, DCU are also scrappy with their offence. It's making for one hell of an interesting final game.
Yeah, D-Mox trying to put it forward. Zouch again there on the front post. He's been that defensive man so far. He scored the goal as well. Mordicia put it back into the corner, Oreo into the path of HT Champs, who gets it back into midfield. D-Mox again. Is Zouch going to be first one there? He's not. Oreo is, but it's not the best touch. It does find its way to D-Mox though, and they're under a bit of pressure now, Durham, and that bump's going to cause issues onto HT Champs from Arctic. Zouch does get it clear on the backboard for now, but the pressure is starting to come out for Titans. I said that until Mordicia gets it straight clear, and that was dropping in as well. A good save from D-Mox, and it's still, the pressure's coming again for Durham. Drops down over the top, but not quite converting this time.
Zouch just trying to make some plays in the midfield now. They don't need a goal. They're already 1 goal ahead, and it's match point for them. They just need to try and maintain their solidity as they keep the ball in the DCU half. Arctic with a fantastic clearance then, a good solo effort. Zouch there to cover that option, and Mordicia looking to play the ball forward himself. DCU have it all to play for. It's 2 minutes 30 left to score a goal, let alone 2, which is what they need to win this game.
Yeah, this DCU Titans team, they need at least 1 goal just to get level, 2 to win it, like you say. So we'll see if Oreo can make a save here. Mordicia with the mid-air bump, and it's gone all the way through. What a play from Mordicia. And they're 2-0 up now, Durham defenders, and they're looking so strong since that first game.
Zouch with a fantastic clearance on Mordicia. Just faking the defender. I'm not sure if that played a part, but Oreo not connecting with the touch he needed. And that puts Durham 2-0 up in game 4.
Yeah, of all the players as well, Zouch has got 500 points to his name with 2 massive saves and 2 goals as well. Tries to get it into the middle. HT Champs trying to finish it off. Not quite done so. Arctic plays it back into the middle, but he's beaten out D-Mox by HT Champs in the end. Oreo trying to get it back away, but Zouch again saying nope, keeping the pressure up. It's over the top of the defender. It's going in, and Zouch gets his hat-trick, and he is dominating this team. What a performance from him.
The first touch was perfect, and it teed him up on a plate for that jump off the wall. He actually even held power slide whilst he was on the wall to maintain that momentum. Used that flip off the wall to beat that unsuspecting last man. Once again, DCU pushing a little too hard, and Durham punish.
Yeah, Durham have been punishing for the last couple of games now, and they continue to do so. There's another shot coming in from Champs. Mordicia looking for that bump onto D-Mox, and Zouch nearly got a 4th goal there as Champs controls it back into the orange half. Can he get it clear? It's a good block by Oreo this time. Mordicia gets it, a risky touch, but he does get it away in the end, and DCU Titans are really overcommitting now to try and get themselves a goal. A double commit there as well, leaves it wide open. Zouch puts it across the goal line, but pinches it back into his own half. It might be dropping in, or just off the post. Mordicia's missed it as well, but there's no follow-up from DCU Titans.
Oh my gosh, what are Durham doing? Zouch has just gained some absolute crazy offensive mentality as a result of his previous performances. He almost pitches it into his own net. He's faking 2, pops it into the middle for HT Champs. He almost converts. Durham maintaining the pressure going forwards even after that sketchy situation.
Yeah, he's playing with such confidence, isn't he? Faking out players of that quality on DCU Titans team, but he doesn't seem phased by the opposition whatsoever. Champs is up. He does get the save onto Oreo's shot, and again Mordicia puts Arctic's one over the bar. D-Mox is over the bar again. Oreo with another chance, misses it, but Arctic finishes it. Finally they get a goal on the board in this final game, but well, the final game, if it carries on with 38 seconds left, they've got work to do. 2 goals to score.
Yeah, you can only presume it to be a final game. That goal is a result of 2 whiffs coming in the way of both teams, and just about slotted home from DCU Titans, but they need to sustain some offense directly off of kickoff for 30 seconds, and that is a big ask.
Yeah, Zouch found Mordicia, but a big block, and HT Champs has to clean up the mess. It's as far as D-Mox, but Mordicia was quick to pressure that. Changed his mind. Arctic is up. Can he slam it down? That's a massive save again from Zouch to keep his team with 2-goal lead, and he's been fantastic again at the back end going forward. And what a performance he's been given as he clears the ball out away again away for his team. Dermox with a last chance off the post, maybe another chance converted.
Ooh.
It is, and we're within 1 goal, 6 seconds. Can we see a kickoff goal?
Well, we just have to hope for all those underdog fans out there that Durham hold on to this lead. That's 2 goals they shouldn't have conceded, but with 6 seconds remaining, who comes out on top of this kickoff could dictate the winner of this game as DCU Titans
Arctic's
come
through.
forward.
Huge save from Mordicia to stop Arctic's shot, and it's going to drop down. It's going to hit the floor. I wasn't sure it's quite doing so. Someone touched it down, and Durham have made it through to your EUR Summer 2020 group stage. I can't believe it. They've absolutely wiped the floor with DCU Titans in the last couple of games, and they really, really shined. And what a performance from Zouch, it has to be said.
That is a fantastic performance from each player on the Durham defenders. In the previous game, we saw Mordicia shine with 3 goals to 6 shots, and this time it's Zouch with 3 goals to 6 shots. As you say, Durham defenders finding themselves with a group stage spot. I'm not sure anyone could have expected such a performance, apart from the Durham defenders themselves after they've had a fantastic day of confident victories.
Absolutely not. They played brilliantly, haven't they? They dominated so many good games. They must have dominated Staffs, although we didn't see that game. And a really good performance for them to get it over the line. And the Bath team we saw have a close game with Warwick earlier. They've managed to get the sweep over Darmstadt to get themselves through to the EUR Summer 2020 group stage as well. So we finished the day. We've got going through in the upper bracket the Foxes with a 3-0 to finish it. A 3-1 win for UEA over the Titans, who we just saw lose. Durham also through, and Basalts. 4 British teams all going through. No look for the other Europeans in this qualifier. They're going to have to go again in qualifier 3 for the last chance. So Foxes and UEA, Durham and Bath will join Berlin Phoenix, Kit SC Lawnmowers, Portsmouth Paladins of Psycho's team alongside me, Lankers A, U Assault from Belgium, Erasmus Esports Rotterdam, Northern Lions and Tilburg United. Like I said, 4 more spots to play for next Sunday on July 19th. Any more thoughts on that game, Psycho, before we close this one out?
I mean, it's a remarkable result for the Durham defenders to give themselves a spot in the group stage. And for anyone who's following the NSE scene, they're going to be absolutely buzzing with today's results. As you said, 4 UK teams clawing their way through to the EUR Summer group stage from today's bracket. No other European teams quite making their way there. There's been some absolutely formidable teams along the way, with the likes of Dorans, who got beaten by Darmstadt earlier, but even Darmstadt fell in the lower brackets. So it's been an absolutely incredible day of results, should I say.
Yeah, it's not really gone as planned either, has it? Some of the big teams have lost. We thought DCU Titans would probably make it through. Arctic Foxes and UEA were one of the favourites, but Durham were absolutely not a favourite to go through when they've walked away with a brilliant result. Same for Bath Salts as well. They were probably not favoured, and teams like Warwick and DCU Titans have not gone through, as for Dorans. But congratulations to those 4 English teams that have all gone through, and be good luck to the teams next week in that Sunday last game qualifier on July the 19th. Thank you so much, guys, for watching tonight, and thank you to my co-caster as well, Psycho. You got any last comments, Psycho, before we took this one off?
It's been an absolute pleasure to cast alongside you, especially with some of the games we've had. So everything to play for in the next qualifier.
Yeah, it's going to be a close one. Thank you guys so much for watching tonight, and we'll be back next weekend for that last qualifier to join a couple of spots left in Group A and Group B for that EUR Summer Qualifier. Thank you so much for watching, and good night.